Beacon Trade, backing tradies with all the lighting, fans, switches and electrical for the job. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
8 minutes from game time, Collingwood taking on St Kilda. They continue to come in, and for the first time tonight, we welcome the statistician of all statisticians, Ash Chua.
Good evening, Brownie. Great to be here. We'll speak about the crowd. Record home and away crowd for St Kilda is 81,386. So we'll keep
all-time record,
for the Saints.
Home and away game.
Home and away, that is. So I reckon we're probably nudging maybe close to 80,000 or thereabouts as we speak, Brownie.
Still a few seats about.
Yeah, there certainly is.
So they'd want to get that tonight, surely.
Daisy didn't get out of bed if there wasn't 80,000.
Red Z Lending, loans for the self-employed, redzed.com. That's why you're here.
And just for the Saints, Brownie, so you look at towards the end of the season, they won 4 out of their last 5 games. Pies only won 3 out of their past 9. And concern for Collingwood, their last 8 matches of 2025, their scoring capacity dropped by 4 goals per game from 94 points down to 70. Look out for Nazaya Wanganeen-Miller. Last season, number 1 in the AFL for metres gained at 650 plus per match. Recorded 20 plus disposals from his past 39 consecutive games, which is the longest active streak in the AFL.
You've been throwing some steel around, Ash?
Have a look at him.
Yeah,
Wow, got a lot of scratches on your arms. What have you been doing?
That's from my sausage dog, actually. When I'm nursing him,
Right.
we need to take
You
him
are
to the
looking
vet.
good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks,
For
Brownie.
those who don't know, you're
something?
actually like...
You've got a bit of puff. Like, you've got a chest.
Thank you, Nat.
I'm not sure why I'm
Appreciate
surprised.
looking good. Another
Thanks,
man who looks great, and for his age, I think he's about 78 years of age now, is Robbo.
Honeymoon's over, Daisy. Let's get it on now. The Saints and Collingwood, I tell you what, massive crowd, as Chu was saying. They should break it. They should break 81 and a half and get that record. But all the words about the 4 big recruits, Silvani, De Koning, Flanders and Ryan, so they're all up and about. A must-watch is Kel Wilkie with that calf. He warmed up really well. He's ticked the box, so hopefully he stands up. Collingwood have got a new bloke. Jack Buller, ex-Sydney bloke. Good luck to him. No Darcy Moore, we know, and Jeremy Howe. So Collingwood a little bit under in the back line. But the 66 boys are here. They're expecting a big win by the Saints, or some big performance anyway. And they're all here. They're going to enjoy a fantastic night. The Saints, they go in favourites, which is unbelievable. And the fact that they've been harping for this game, Brownie, and they've got it, I reckon they've got to have on the whiteboard a must-win here. I reckon the Saints get up.
That's right, Robbo. Bob Jane C. Marts, buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. And the Triple M C-Bus Super Special comments, boys. Daisy Thomas and Stevie J, not far away from game time. Break it down, boys.
Well, there's real excitement, and we were just discussing off air there of what becomes the biggest story. Is it a St Kilda win by a large margin, or if they have a loss? And regardless, I would be extremely proud as a St Kilda supporter, as a fan, as someone who loves the club, that you've been bold enough to put it out there. We want the big stage. We want a game here in this opening round. We want it to be the MCG. We want all eyes on us. We've gone. We've recruited well. We are chips in. And as a fan, that's all you can ask for of your football club, is to give yourself the best possible chance. So now, here becomes the acid test. You've got to get out there and put it all together. And what a great opportunity you get against a Collingwood side that has been there, done it many times before. The joint will be full. Stevie, I'm really looking forward to because I don't really know what Collingwood will bring this year, whether it's going to be their best or whether they are a side that may trail off a touch.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see St Kilda, and I hope they play a brand of footy which is exciting and it's high scoring. They've got the players through their midfield that can take the game on. We've heard about Wanganeen-Miller and that big signing, and we know how good a player he is. I think he'll excel in front of a big crowd here tonight. But they have recruited. It's not about 2 or 3 years' time. I mean, they still may be pushing into those areas, but they want to play well from tonight and get off to a really good start to the season. They've recruited some really good players, TDK in the ruck. Silvani will help shore up that back 6. Flanders is the one for me that's been the best pickup, or will be the best pickup of them all. So, let's see how they handle this test tonight, Nath.
A lot of focus is going to be on St Kilda tonight, but if you look up the other end for Collingwood, and I look at Dan Houston, had a pretty poor year last year for how good he is. Like, he was not a great player at Port Adelaide, but he was
two-time All-Australian.
Two-time All-Australian, which means he was a very good player. He came to Collingwood and he didn't quite hit the mark. I don't know whether he didn't play their system well or they didn't know how to integrate him, but he's $1 million player. They've got to figure out how to get him the ball because he is a weapon with it in his hands, and if he has another poor year like he did last year, you start to go, what have they got him for?
Yeah, he certainly wasn't putting up the numbers of what you would expect from a $1 million player. They need to find ways to get the footy in his hands. He's got to get 20, 25 touches a game, and also when he gets the opportunity to push forward and use that booming kick and kick long goals, that's what they got him there for.
He averaged under 20 disposals for the first time since 2018 last year, so he had been obviously in rare touch. The thing that I noticed when watching him, he was going for that all-or-nothing kick every time. You just got to understand that, yes, we got you there to be that brilliant kick when it was required, but the best players, they take the easy option, and then when they are in a pickle, it might happen twice in a game, you pull out the 45-metre dart across your body that others can't do. Just when it's required, you don't have to do it every time, and I think that probably came with that pressure and the price tag of him coming across, being at such a big club with all eyes on him. The other one for me is Dan McStay. He certainly needs to be a player who is providing, you know, 50-plus goal season playing in that forward line. You can't rely on Jamie Elliott. We know that Brody Mychek's now not there. He is somebody who still hasn't reached his full potential. Another one they've got across. Yes, injury has played a part, but his form at times hasn't been to the level that I think he can get to. And if the Pies are to continue to challenge, these are players that they need at their absolute best.
I think one of the most important players for Collingwood in 2026 is Jordan De Goey. I'd love to see him get back to his best. He's still only 29 years of age.
Looks fit.
Yeah. He looks really fit, and we know how powerful he is. And yeah, look, there is some ageing midfielders at Collingwood, but he still should have the ability to be right at his peak.
Joey, the last time they played, Windhager went straight to Nick Dacos. It was an aggressive tag all night. Dacos probably shrugged it by the end of the night, still had 30 and kicked a great goal in the last quarter. Does that eventuate again?
It's interesting. We spoke to Robert Harvey, for those that missed it pre-game, and he seemed to suggest that they want to back their midfield in. They feel now, last year they spoke about it was taking a knife to a gunfight against the best teams in the midfield. But now all of a sudden with Flanders, who Stevie's just pumped up, with Nazai Wanganeen being a full-time mid, Filippo, who they've given a lot to, I think maybe they start going one-on-one and head-to-head, but they've got Nick in the back of their mind if he starts getting off the chain. But Robbo, toss has been one and done.
Yeah, and Collingwood have won it. Nick Dacos tossed the coin because Darcy Moore's not out there. Sinclair was in there because he's a co-captain. Collingwood have won it going the punt road end. I tell you what, the breeze, though, it's a south-southeast. It's swinging around. Stevie, you'll know this. It's actually quite awkward. Especially early days, I reckon the ball will drift a little bit.
Yeah, we all know
disposal.
that. We all know that too. Daisy, Brownie and myself. We understand.
Yeah. No, I know what he's talking about, though.
Just a red set here. So every team that's won the toss this weekend has won the game.
Say again, Chu?
Every team that's won the toss this weekend has won the game.
So it's over for Saints fans before it's begun.
Sorry to put it down.
Seriously,
Sorry,
just
Joey.
our luck.
Tip and margin.
That'll go into the 60-year
I'm going to go St Kilda by 4 goals.
Oi.
24
by
points.
4 goals. Daisy.
The Pies by 12 goals.
The Pies by 12 goals. 72 points. That's a big one. Well done.
Get a hold of them here.
What do you think, Nate?
I think St Kilda by a goal. I think it's going to be very close. St Kilda by a goal for me. Can't wait to get this one underway. 7 seconds to go.
Here we go, boys.
Footy's back. Here is the Mafia. He's going to call the first one. For the Collins Room Hot Water. Triple M. Rocks footy.
And the crowd of over 80,000 are making some noise. Players get into positions. Starting midfield for St Kilda will be the $1 million man, Tom De Koning, Nazai Wanganeen Miller, Filippo and Flanders against long Nick Dacos and Perryman. It looks like that he's going to stand next to Naz, so that might be a tag. But for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy on this Sunday night, and of course it is. It's Nick Dacos who gets the first possession and sends the Pies towards half forward, looking for Schultz. De Goey starting half forward as well for the Pies. And the ball trickles out of bounds.
Off his foot, I think it'll be, Joey, so that'll be a...
So that is the new rule. Yeah, straight into the Saints.
left foot.
Came off the foot of De Goey. Didn't see that. Thought it bounced up, but Saints have the ball, and it's Taru who goes wide to Darcy Wilson, and the Saints want to get it moving.
Hill drives one towards half forward. Marking contest out there. Wanganeen Miller off the ground, only as far as Josh Dacos, who stepped in and stepped out. Got the handball forward. Paul was there as well. Ball at ground level. Trying to get it out now is Perryman. Did a good job. Swung it around his boot. Bouncing ball. Here's Schultz, the man with the small body and the massive pill. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, just watching that match-up there, Perryman has certainly gone to Wanganeen Malira. He'll try and play on him around the stoppages, but also try and hurt him going back the other way. He's done that in the past as a Giant.
It was just interesting watching Jamie Elliott there. He did not empty out at all from that forward 50. So as that ball was in transition, he was 40, 50 metres metres goal side of any St Kilda defender.
Ned Long got the clearance. Dacos just flicked it up in the air, so the Saints will turn it over to Koning. Hall wrapped up by Josh Dacos. Terrific tackle. Free kick going the way of Josh. Just inside the junction of the 50-metre line and the boundary line. Shane Warne stands side at the MCG. Still no score for either side first couple of minutes.
Maynard has the footy in the back pocket. They look to the outer side wing with a long ball looking for McStay. Takes front position. Ball got over the back. Hill's there. Nice pickup. Handball was good. Windhager. 1-2 back to Hill. Touch number 3 for Hill. Good start to half forward. No mark taken. Fist at the ground level. Here's Wanganeen Miller up. Picked it up. Slices the footy inboard. Filippo couldn't take it. Free kick. Free kick's going to go to the Saints, is it?
It shouldn't.
The Pies were away too. Away for this one on the Harvey Norman, so it was an inboard kick. The hand from Long went over the top of Filippo's shoulder. Free kick.
So Mateus, the left foot.
Marshall's pushed forward out.
Sets it up. That's the target. Marshall back. Mark drop. Boxall out of bounds. A couple of minutes in. Both sides yet to score.
Saints kicking to the right of the broadcast. The city ends. Sharman it was. It almost took the mark. Lipinski with an important hand.
Should have taken it.
Marshall will do the ruck work inside 50. Starting forward against Darcy Cameron. Filippo spins on his left. Gets good purchase on it. It's going to float and drift across the face. And the first score of the night goes the way of St Kilda. This is the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Beacon Trade backing tradies with all the lighting, fans, switches and electrical for the job. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
They've had all the play so far, St Kilda, in this early part of this first quarter. Front half possession numbers there, Ash.
Yeah, time in the front half, 82%. Highs only at 18, and front half disposals, 7-zip Saints way.
They've got the ball to half back, Josh Dacos. Going to settle on a long one. He's looking for Darcy Cameron. That's the target. De Koning's there as well. Fisted away. Front of the pack. Got to bullock his way through. It was Boxall. Hugh will have a ball up on centre wing.
Some of the matchups, Daisy, Stevie, that you're seeing in the back row, Triple M Bus Super Specials.
Well, the likely one, obviously, was where we were looking at who was going to Naz, and that is Perryman. But so far, it looks like Dacos is going head-to-head with Filippo.
No tag on Nick Dacos. Collingwood win this clearance. Sharp handball from Perryman. Just missed Long, who tries to whack it forward, but only as far as Sinclair. Through the middle of the MCG. Saints are away. Wilson steps around Houston. Goes to the top of the square. It was over Marshall's head. Frampton got this fist in. And now the Pies at ground level. Have to be careful. Still a live ball. Max Hall, who had a breakout season last year, tumbles another ball and trickles through for the Saints. Second behind.
I thought Sinclair done the right thing there. He could have blazed away, but he got that extra chain of handballs, which opened up for Wilson. It was just a poor entry, just went over the head of the intended target.
And that was Marshall, who put a really nice little short lead on, little tick lead. So the option there in the craft from Marshall, probably better than I expected early.
Dan Houston getting on the stat sheet with a couple of kick-ins early. De Gowie did well on centre wing. The handball was hard to take, but he took it nicely. Swept one wide. And another sweeping handball finds Schultz. Schultz, handball. Dacos kept running. Right foot from 48. Dacos goes back. Big start. Big goal. They're going to confer though. Did it hit the post? Dacos looks worried.
Score review. Scores behind. Please check that it hit the goalpost.
Yes. Certainly it's the post.
Geez, that would have been a good goal.
Bloody good call, Nath. A bloody good
That was a good call, Nath.
I reckon Jasper will clip it up like a goal
Doesn't
anyway.
count.
He started that chain at half-back.
Yeah.
He worked through a couple of blocks that were trying to stop him from getting that next possession, which would have been from De Gowie on the wing. He was still good enough to get past it, but it was head down.
Saints 2 behind, Collingwood 1.
Saints dodge their first bullet, and Sinclair goes to Silvani. The new signing for St Kilda from the 50 to the wing. Big fly. Owens can take a big mark. De Koning got the crumb. Handball wide to Wanganeen Miller. In front of him to change bench. His kick didn't have enough height on it. Looking for Sharman. Chopped off by Quaynor, who straight away they want to attack the corridor. Houston another disposal. And they're on the outer side here. The Shane Warne stand side. If Chris can take it cleanly. Had a little fumble. Then a little nutmeg handball on Marshall. De Gowie. Back to Houston. And now the Saints hold them up, so Houston has to go wide, but it's a nice kick. Finds Schultz just forward of the wing.
He's been the outlet kick a couple of times now, Schultz. Actually, squeezes a handball to Nick Dacos. Turns it around. Going back with the flight. Did well. Wilkie punched it down. Handball come out. Steady from the Saints at half-back. Looking for... You can't really find anyone. Maynard over the top takes a wonderful mark.
He'll have a shot here too. Big pros. You'll be guaranteed of that.
The kick was for Garcia, and Maynard said, I'm not having any of that. And he's a big kick from downtown. He'll have to kick at 55.
It was just a little pokey outlet kick. Needed to be flatter than that, trying to find the intended targeting Garcia. Did a good job of covering the exit there, Maynard.
Knock back the big offers from the Kangaroos to play in games like this. Maynard, and that's going to be a behind. So scores a level, 2 behinds each. Early stages in this first quarter. Played 7 minutes for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M, Rocks footy.
Sinclair again. Short to Windhager. Starting at half-back. His kick smothered. It was a good effort. And now it's a live ball. Saints have to be careful. It was Rowan Steele that got the smother in. So Silvani just tumbles the ball to the wing, but the Pies are queuing up. Frampton, Josh Dacos, and Darcy Cameron all involved in a low bullet. Finds Lipinski, 2 kicks from home. Members side of the MCG. Goes looking for the new recruit. Buller in the pocket. Sinclair started well, got the hand in. Caminiti, that's his second kick that just sits up in the air. Oh, Liam Ryan! Spectacular fly. And it's an unrealistic attempt, even though probably none exists if it's Liam Ryan. But he didn't get a hand on it, so it'll clearly go the way of Lipinski again in front of us. 2 kicks from home.
So just needs to be careful here and patient. TDK's got back in the hole.
Quainer darts a ball to centre half forward, and he's found Crisp. Crisp with not one player behind him.
He's got Darcy Cameron in a matchup in the pocket, but he's gone the other side.
Left foot looking for Schultz. Can't mark it. Coming across Coning. Read it best. Took a nice mark to the applause of the Saints.
Yeah, it was Cooper Sharman who'd gone all the way down as a forward just to match the height there of Darcy Cameron, the spare ruckman, allowing De Koning to be spared. Really good setup there from the Saints.
Nice release kick, McRae. They've got runners here, the Saints. Towards centre wing. The fly from the back. Nobody can take the mark. Sharman was there. Good handball. Found Liam Ryan. He's got Garcia running with him. He wants it, Garcia. He's not going to give it. He gave it now. Left foot. The lead comes. Good footy from the Saints. And the mark taken by Owens.
3 metres.
That was good footy.
One of you.
If I was going to be critical of St Kilda so far in this quarter, they have gone wide out of their back line, maybe just a little bit afraid to take the game on, whereas Collingwood's looked through the middle every time they've got the footy. But that was really good chain and a really nice kick inside 50, lowering the eyes. He's got an opportunity to go back and kick his first.
Mitch Owens. No goals scored yet. Kicking to the city end. Packed house at the MCG. And that is not going to be a goal either. So 3 behinds the Saints, 2 behinds the Pies. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Backing tradies with all the lighting. Fans, switches electrical for the job. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
It was a very accurate kick, usually Owens, but on that occasion, that's probably almost on his distance there at 40-45. A little reds on the ball.
And Houston, it looked like a bit of a set play going out to the point of the square. The Saints were onto it. It was Jack Carroll who's taken the mark. The left footer goes into the pocket. Pies have a lot of numbers there, and they've got some support at ground level. Quaynor, though, couldn't take it cleanly. Houston had a bit of ball early. Rides the tackle. He wanted it to go out of bounds, and he did. Throw in 25 metres out from the Saints goal. Any numbers early? Reds Atlantic stats, Two-Man?
Yeah, Dan Houston, equal leading ball winner on the ground with 5 disposals. Nick Dacos, 5 touches and a couple of inside 50s.
Loans to the self-employed, redzed.com.
Boundary throw in. Saints deep in attack. Darcy Cameron brought it down to side bottom. Went without it. Josh Dacos was clean. Lipinski out of bounds. And we'll do it again.
And very condensed here. Every player from the point post where this ball will be thrown in to 70 metres out from St Kilda's goal. So the spare behind the footy for the Saints is De Koning, but the Pies trying to wrap him up with extra numbers around him.
Voice of Daisy Thomas on Triple M footy. Triple M Seabus super special comments. Nick Dacos worked in a phone booth and did well to Houston. Houston released the football, a long one, and that'll be a free kick out of bounds. Last kick. And De Koning will take it centre wing on the outer side. 3 plays 2. Saints in front.
Both sides just feeling each other out in these first 10 minutes. No goal as yet.
Oh, the stand roll.
That's going to give the goal. You would think to St Kilda will certainly bring Brad Hill within range. It was Lockie Schultz who stood but he didn't get on the mark. He was on the 45. And this has caught him out and given Brad Hill a chance for goal. 40 metres out, a slight angle.
So we watch on the Harvey Norman. It's a little poke kick. He comes in to man the mark. And there's already, I think it was Cameron who was coming in as well. Might have been mixed date. Umpire said stand, they both did, but one of them was inside the area.
He's exactly a 50% chance, according to his career stats from his set shots. But that one sneaks home, and Brad Hill gets season 2026 on the board for the Saints. They get there first after 11 minutes. They're 1-3-9. The Pies 3 behinds. And that is all in their Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Oh, it's a good play to get one early, Daisy. He seems to be their hype man at St Kilda. 33 years of age, but still, covering the ground so far in this first quarter. He's outnumbering in every single contest. We know the work rate that he's got. Probably got a little bit lucky there with the stand rule working into his favour, but you've got to go back and kick those goals. It wasn't easy, and he slotted the first for the Saints, and the crowd is up and about.
Tom De Koning, currently the third-rated player on the ground, 5 disposals, 1 mark and 3 hit-outs and a couple of intercepts.
Bob Jones team marks, Robbo.
Yeah, crowd's in, Brownie. They're all in now. Late comers, but geez, it's packed. It's good, and I tell you what, Scott Pendlebury, haven't seen him. What are we, 12 and a half minutes in? He's resting on the prime.
Good pick up, Robbo. There's a back in the middle. McDonald's Room Hot Water. Triple M. Rocks footy. Ball jars free. Hill's been everywhere so far. Wanganeen Miller picked that up to Wilkie at half-back. Left foot. Dabs it out. Looking for Wanganeen Miller again. Takes the mark and burns off. Centre wing. Right foot towards half-forward. Looking for Owens. Owens couldn't mark, but he'll get a free kick. Free kick will go against Parker. And Owens will send him inside forward 50.
Pies quickly get numbers back.
And Marshall's demanding the ball at the top of the goal square.
That's where the kick's going to go. Sharman will drift in from the side as well. Sharman had his name written all over it. 15 out straight in front.
Well, it was Billy Frampton, his direct opponent here, you'll see on the Harvey Norman, and he was more worried about covering the leading lane. Didn't work hard enough to get back and put any sort of body on, as you saw. It was an awful effort. It was horrible. And Sharman had the clear run and jump. Every other player locked down. Marshall with his direct opponent in Cameron.
Yeah, he done really well to lock down Cameron, just to give Sharman the opportunity to run and jump and fly across and take this.
One who's enjoying having Rowan Marshall in the forward line. He can play second fiddle and kick the Saints' second goal of the game. They've got a little bit of momentum, and they are 2-3-15. The Magpies are 2 behinds. And that is the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard halfway through the opening term.
Well, again there, Dale, before that free kick was given at half-forward, I thought there was an opportunity for St Kilda to maybe look inside and get a better look going inside 50. In the end, you're going to make something out of nothing to get that, take that mark in a contested situation. But I'd love to see him look inboard a little bit more, given Collingwood's sort of their lack of pressure right at the moment. They're running rings around them.
The pleasing thing from a St Kilda point of view is that they're still getting it done without playing that, I guess, most exciting brand. The option's there to go corridor if they have to. They've got outlet runners. It was Hill on that occasion who could have got the overlap and then gone in, shoulders out. Not required.
Back in the middle, the first 2 for the Saints. Big night, Sunday night footy. New recruits everywhere. Windhager burns through towards half-forward. Frampton comes at the back and got done by Crisp to Houston. Squeezes the ball out of bounds on the outer side, and that was touched, so it won't be a free kick, the umpire says. Off hands, and we'll have a boundary throw-in on the outer side. 2-3-15 the Saints. 2 behinds the Magpies. When the footy's on, you can't miss a moment. Get Macca's delivered for a 99-cent delivery fee, Steve-O. Only on the My Macca's app.
99 cents.
Sounds good.
We might have to get some delivered.
Oh, yeah.
They're all craving some McDonald's.
I'll sort it out, boys.
So the stoppage on the wing. St Kilda win it again. Jack Carroll involved. McRae almost stubbed his toe when he went to kick it and it went out of bounds.
On the line. Foot on the
a free
line.
kick coming back the way of the Pies.
Foot on the line. Stand.
Right in front of a packed Shane Warne stand. This Sunday night at the MCG. How good to have footy back. It's Steele, who's going to kick towards half-forward. Wilkie and Caminiti in the contest. McStay trying to provide some pressure. Caminiti just shoveled it, tunnel-balled it out, and it still stays in play. No one really wants to take it out. So this is the advantage of the new rule. It stayed in, and the Pies will get the free kick. Again, it'll go the way of Rowan Steele.
So the Pies had loved one. The Saints have got the first 2 through Hill and Sharman. He goes back to Quainer on centre wing. Chips the little one. On 15 play on. Josh Dacos has got the footy. He loads up into the pocket, looking for Darcy Cameron. extends the arms and takes the mark. He's a long way out, though, Darcy Cameron.
3 metres.
He's a long way out, and he's on quite a considerable angle here. St Kilda got back hard to their defensive 50, so it forced them to try and make up that kick, which was well taken in the end by Cameron. But this is a very difficult kick.
Has he got the journey in him, Daisy?
He's going back confidently. I would have said it would have been sort of 50-50. I'd be on this back point post looking to take a hanger if it was me, Brownie, just in case. It tends to always come that side.
Going to have to kick it from 51. He sets it up to that pocket. Where's Daisy?
That's where
can't mark it. Offhand. DeGoey, right foot snap. Brilliant. He had no space, but he made space across the body. And the Pies are on the board for 2026. They're 1-2-8. The Saints are 2-3-15. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
And that's where you need to just know your teammates. So, yeah, he went back with confidence, but he was never really going to pull the trigger. Went to a dangerous spot. They had the numbers come and fly, but it was a representation of ground level. A couple of extras there. DeGoey comes flying in this way, that way. Stevie, you said you were looking forward to what he could do this year, fit and healthy. That lateral movement and power, the little initial step, just to buy himself a metre or two of space, that's him at his absolute best.
Yeah, we've seen a few glimpses early in this quarter of Jordan DeGoey. You're right, though. Perfect set-up kick. They're set up behind the footy, waiting for that to come off hands. And then his ability in a tight situation just to turn around and powerfully kick that snap across his body. That's what he does at his absolute best.
Robbo, Bob Jane T. Marts.
Yeah, Pendlebury's getting a lot of instruction down here. 4 pies on, 4 pies off, but Pendlebury's still sitting on the prime of the coach.
That's good work down there, Robbo. Let us know when he does come on for his first run. From Ream Hot Water at McDonald's. Ball bobbing around inside the centre square, goes nowhere. Do you like it, Stevie J, Daisy, that they're going to use Pendle as a bit more of an impact player rather than part of the rotation?
Well, they do have the extra player now, so it shouldn't interrupt their rotations too much. Maybe just waiting for the sting to go out of the game.
Mason Wood tries to tumble the ball. Touched, and a free kick is going to go against St Kilda, going the way of young Will Parker, who they really like at halfback.
It was going to be interesting to see how most sides did it, and obviously we got the first look with Sydney playing the trash panda in that real impact position.
Ball's out of bounds on centre wing. Keep going, Daisy.
And it worked to great effect. We were slightly underdone, came on, 12-minute mark, went around 3-4 minutes at high speed and had some real impact. So no doubt Pendles won't be doing it at that velocity, but the option to get him involved and a lot of half-back time for him over the pre-season, Scott Pendlebury, is that quarterback kicker.
Nice interception by Boxall. Got the ball out of bounds. De Koning takes front position, lays it down. Free kick. Wanganeen Miller up. Called by the non-officiating umpire in the middle. So gets a free kick. He's on centre wing. Marshall
Kick.
with the bus stop lead. That is a great kick to the point of the square. Now Sinclair's got it. Always does damage. Handballs it off. And they should finish with a goal. But they don't. Poor miss by Ryan. 3 for 1 behind. 2-4-16 the Saints. 1-2-8 the Pies. It's an 8-point lead to the Saints.
Well, that's why you give Naz the ball, because Garcia then he didn't realise the space he had behind him, so Naz just put it there, encouraged him to run onto it in the point of the square, and they got a really good look going inside forward 50 as a result.
Kicking went to the pocket to Maynard, who rolled on and hit McStay right in front of the interchange gates on the wing. Comes laterally to Perryman. Well, the boys have told you has that roll on Naz Dacos. That's Nick leading up, taking the mark. Still back of the wing. And St Kilda folded back, so the Pies will try and draw them out, look to switch the footy.
Billy, careful.
It's with Frampton. Play it safe, Billy.
Had a bit of frostball about it, didn't it?
He does, just takes the safe option wide to Quaynor. Now they go back to Billy, but Nick Dacos is lurking around him. He's going to let Billy kick again. And they haven't gone anywhere. Maynard still at half-back, and now with side bottom. Wide, though. Billy ball. Slow play. Jamie Elliott provided a long, hard lead, but he's up on the wing still as well. So we've played 20 minutes in this first quarter. Saints lead by 8. The kick from Elliott was a good one to Perryman, who couldn't take the mark, and now it's a loose ball.
Centre half back. Found its way to Garcia. Silvani goes wide. Side bottom will just let that go out, and they get to the footy in the end, and well done by Boxall.
Oh, no, he's been pinged.
He has been pinged.
I thought, I was with you, Brownie, right in front of us. Looked like he got a mid on it.
The kick is brilliant from side bottom. The lead up came from Membry, the Tarrogin flyer. And Tim Membry, against his former side, will have to kick from right on the paint of 50, just inside the boundary.
So it was Silvani who released the ball on the Harvey Norman from half back. He came to half forward. Boxall just put the hand in to tap it over to make sure that it wasn't going to be a lasso free kick, but the umpire pinged him straight away.
I thought he was unlucky then, Daisy.
I agree.
It's up and down.
So Membry, second year in the Pies colours, to the punt road end. Normally a pretty good kick at goal. That is a nice looking kick. Going to get all the way, it can't. It fades late. Through for one behind. The Pies are 1-3-9. The Saints 2-4-16. Bravo.
Thanks, guys.
Pendlebury on, 21-minute mark. So that is a ploy. A lot of instruction from Fly down here. He's the director, he's the quarterback, so let's see how he goes.
Good stuff, Robbo. Bob J.T. Marts. Silvani does the kick in, plays on, gets it to the wing. Spoil goes into the corridor. First on it will be Garcia. Handball to Hall. Set upon by Maynard. Turns it over. Pies streaming forward. Nick Dacos is surrounded by 5 Saints. Handballs into Pendlebury. Draws the man. Gives it to DeGoey. There's another one. When Dacos, Pendlebury and DeGoey get involved, good things always happen. And the Pies have got their second and get it back to a 1-point margin. They're 2-3-15. St Kilda 2-4-16. 5 minutes to play, opening term. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, the Saints just fumbled that ball in the middle of the ground, and then it was Dacos who picked it up. He had 3 St Kilda players around him, but he just had the sense to then turn inboard and give it a handball, which ended up in DeGoey's hands. And not an easy kick what Jordan DeGoey just did, Dale. He didn't really straighten up, and he didn't get square to kick a snap, but he's got the skill to be able to finish in a tough situation, and he's on fire early.
Yeah, generally, you put your head down, take 1 or 2 quick ones, so you square your shoulders to goal and go with the drop punt. He didn't. He went the opposite. He stopped, he propped, and half squared himself to go around the body. That was brilliant. The solo Wanganeen Miller, he's having a spell, but at full forward for the Saints.
Back in the middle, 2 goals apiece. A point in it. Pies out of the middle again. Here's that man DeGoey. Already kicked 2. Pumped it inside forward 50. Looking for Buller. Pendlebury. Handball off. Schultz. Right foot. Going to get clothesline in the end. He took a bit long, but he'll get the free kick.
You got the free kick. You've got the free kick.
15 metres out directly in front. The Pies should kick another one.
Well, it's hard to argue that it wasn't a free
You
kick.
can't say it's a shrug, really.
Yeah. Caminiti coming in and
Almost took his head off.
yeah, well, they nearly had it as a sort of take-home prize.
These Pendles has started well. Been on the ground, what, minute and a half.
Just stands up, thanks.
Set up
Numbers for
2 goals.
Schultz. Numbers for Schultz, Ash.
Lockie Schultz for Triple M Red Z Brownie, 2 disposals.
This will be number 3 then. And it should be a goal for Schultz. And it is. The Pies hit the front for the first time tonight. 3-3-21. Collingwood 2-4-16 the Saints.
It's exciting when the ball's pinging around like this. So far, we've gone the 24 minutes in this first term, and it's been good footy. End to end. There's just been a little bit of class and polish the last couple of times inside forward 50 with the Pies getting some good looks, Truman.
And just some of the new recruits for the Saints. So DeConey's had 5 and 5 hit-outs. Silvani 5 and a couple of intercepts. Ryan just the 1 handball. And Flanders 73% game time.
Flanders.
Yet to touch the pill, Joey.
Wow.
And the Dacos boys, it feels like it's in their backyard at the moment.
Yeah, spot on. Nick Dacos 9 3-score involvements and a couple of clearances. Josh Dacos also with 9.
You wonder for Flanders, he's probably playing in front of a crowd 65,000 more than he's
He'll
played
come
in front
good.
of. But
I've got a lot of
slow
faith in
start.
Flanders.
Back in the middle for McDonald, Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Nick Dacos and DeGoey combine again. The stars for the Pies are shining in this first quarter. McCreary outworked Windhager. Then on the outside of the boot, trying to kick it inboard here is Flanders. Couldn't get his first possession. Had a little fumble. Pendlebury with another handball, setting everything up forward of the ball. But the tackle from the Saints was good. They won the ball back, and they're off and racing from centre half back. Hill, wide, Higgins.
Stand.
And they slow it down. Half back, Shane Warne stands side. He sees Sharman in space. Kick was a good one. Sharman jumped early, just couldn't take the mark, but he was able to regather. Hill continued to run on. He had a fumble. Pies are up the ante, and they turn the ball over. Dacos, Maynard, and now Nick Dacos.
Here they go again, the Pies on the outer side. They got the run, they got the carry. Schultz. Handball missed Ed Allen though, and now the Saints get an opportunity. Live ball again, picked up by Josh Dacos. Possession number 11. Popped out. Maynard was good. He was hard in the contest. DeGoey did well. Houston, forward handball. They finally got it out. Parker, they missed it. Allen again, had to go back. Now Parker again. Good passage of play. Ed Allen still can't get a touch out there. And Taru clears the area. Back towards half forward. De Koning, high-flying mark. Short ball. Here's Flanders. First touch of the night. Feeds it. Not a good one. Windhager knew someone was there. Opportunity for the Pies. Kicked off the ground. One again. Bouncing ball. Inside forward 50 for the Pies. Not a clean handball out there. And now the Saints through Flanders.
And they've got some numbers, so they'll use them. Mason Wood has Hall. Leading hard off Josh Dacos. Takes the mark. Wanganeen Miller is deep.
He's got to be patient, Joey. Collingwood's got 2 players back.
One of them's Houston, and the other one is the Ruckman. So he does exactly as Stevie wanted. Hall will now send it into the pocket. De Koning's been lively early. Sharman brings it to ground level. To go, what a quarter he's played. Now the Pies are off and running again. Houston, Nick Dacos from the point of the square at half-back. A barrel into the path of Buller. Couldn't quite take the mark. Well done, Wilkie and Caminiti. And they wrap him up. Is that a torpedo punt pass?
His old man used to be an absolute superstar at the torpedo. It's a scrappy game of footy the last 5 minutes, but it's all been on the back of pressure, Dale. That's what's forcing these poor handballs from each team.
Pies lead by 5, 2 minutes left opening term.
Marshall takes it out of the ruck and tumbles the ball. He can't find anyone he needs. Sharman was a chance, but eventually couldn't take it. Josh Dacos has got it again. Number 8.
Josh Dacos, number 11.
What about Nick?
Nick, he's at 12.
And 1 minute 45. The Pies into forward 50 again. McStay at the front. Couldn't mark it. Front of the pack, Pendlebury. Pendlebury needs to shrug a tackle. Did well to McStay. A bouncing ball. Can it bounce through? It does. Got the nice bounce end over end. Set up by Pendlebury again. And the Pies suddenly out by 11. 27 plays, 16. Beacon Trade scoreboard.
How many score involvements is that for Pendlebury, Ash?
Well, 2 goal assists.
Yeah, 3 score involvements, 5 disposals, and he's played 7 minutes.
Smart coaching.
Yeah, it's brilliant. The impact has been undeniable, and that pressure you speak of. So the Pies last year, they won the tackle count 92% of games, which was number 1 in the comp, man. Where are they now? Tackle numbers?
Tackle numbers there at +10, Daisy.
Okay, so they're flying. They're on there. Pressure ratings, have you done that? Or
last 10 minutes, they've really cranked it up. They're going at 189, the Magpies.
Good stuff.
They've kicked the last 4, the Pies. The Saints got the opening 2. They were out by 13. And then DeGoey got a couple. Pendlebury entered the action. And then Schultz and McStay sees the Pies leading by 11. Minute and a half left, opening term. McDonald's and Ream hot water. St Kilda win the centre clearance. Flanders starting to get his hands on it late in the term. Ball bobbles around. Pendlebury again. Tracked it back. Handball to Lipinski. Quaynor through the middle. Made it difficult for DeGoey. Quaynor tried to mop it up. His handball though. Big contest. 2 tough nuts going at it. Schultz and Boxall. Great contest in the middle of the MCG. And we'll have a ball up. 63 seconds left on the clock.
Collingwood, they're going to be impressive to watch this season. They're run and gun every opportunity. They get the chance to run off half-back. It's very exciting.
That was a great contest. Horrible one if you had a list, though, Joey.
Stevie's excited too.
Game of footy end to end at the moment.
Very exciting.
Perryman to half forward. Well done out there by Carroll. He was on Membry. And free kick's going to go to the Saints at half back.
Stay clear.
Going to go to Carroll. Little left foot dinker. He finds Sinclair patrolling half back on his own. He's lost Wanganeen Miller into the midfield. So he should be racking him up. What are his numbers, Ash?
He's racked up 7 disposals, equals second most for the Saints.
Not a bad start. We're down to 20 seconds.
Move it on.
The Saints would know that. Has to move it on. Down the outer side. Almost a nice mark by Filippo, who was prominent early, but has since gone out of the game. Down to 6 seconds. The Saints are the only chance to score. It's a bouncing ball to De Koning. Dacos is there. Hall. Time's going to beat him. Entertaining first quarter of football at the MCG Sunday night footy. The Saints kicked the first 2. Collingwood responded with the next 4. And it's 27, play 16 at quarter time. For McDonald's Ream Hot Water, Triple M, Rocks Footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M Rocks Footy.
This quarter for Totally Workwear. Footy season's back. Totally Workwear. Love your work.
Collingwood by 11 points at quarter time at MCG, 4-3-27. St Kilda 2-4-16. The Saints kicked the first two. Collingwood answered with the next four. Let's head down to the boundary. Robbo for Bob Jane Seamarsh.
Brownie all in at the Saints. I tell you what, they didn't break up into their lines. It was all in as a one huddle with Ross Lyon laying down some lessons, I reckon, because I heard during the week, if you can't run or don't run, you can't play. And what Stevie said, running off half back, they came through in waves, and with Pendlebury coming on at that 21-minute mark, great coaching, set Collingwood up in that first term.
Triple M Red Z Lending stats. Ash, first quarter.
Yeah, and Pendlebury ended up being the second-rated player on the ground with his impact. So 10 minutes of game time, 6 disposals, 3 score involvements and a couple of intercepts. But De Goey, he's the number 1 rated player overall, 8 disposals and 2 majors.
Triple M Seabus Super special comment. Seabus Super Build your something the smart way. That's a new one. I like that,
yeah,
Stevie.
It's very good. They're good people at Seabus, Stevie.
And it's good to see Jordan De Goey, that start to the game for him. He looks fit and he looks powerful. And he hasn't been that for the last probably 24 months. So that's exciting for Collingwood fans. And the way they're playing, trying to bounce off half-back with overlap handball, that's also exciting. St Kilda started the game really well, but then Collingwood got back into it in the second half of that first quarter.
Robbo was all over it. Ross was in there straight away going absolutely bunter with a big message on the whiteboard saying...
spittle coming out.
Yeah, there was. There's those little schmutzies that just start to build in the bottom left corner of a coach's mouth. And if you're at the front of the huddle there, you're sitting there going, it's only a matter of time before I cop one of these and I can't react. It's going to hit me right between the eyes. A few of them would have got it too because the message was there. They're sitting back and waiting for us on turnover. So they're just expecting, and that's what they did really well, Collingwood. Ross Lyon, filthy with the fact that his players getting the ball, kicking it back, kicking it long down the line to half-back, and that's where Collingwood were able to run and gun, get their game going in that manner. So expect a bit more chip mark here, try and explore the open side of the game and the ground, but it becomes a tough one because if you take away those first little short 25-metre kicks, Stevie, you're almost forced then to just kick it back, and the Collingwood players getting back in numbers with weight of numbers then, meaning they're getting the ball inside 50.
Bill Tough, Rossi Nations, when it comes to water heating. Ask your plumber to install a room. Here's Lee Montagna to kick off the second term.
So the Pies with the last 4 goals of that opening term turned a 13-point deficit into an 11-point quarter-time lead. It'll be Darcy Cameron and De Koning. McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy, second quarter underway. Philippo won the clearance, got the handball to De Koning, and now Flanders again will send it towards the Telstra logo on the 50. Wanganeen Miller came charging through. Lucky Will Parker was there, got a hand in, made him handball it back to Wood. High ball, top of the square. Sharman again. Mark's been paid or a free kick either way.
Oh no,
Advantage has been paid. It's his great mate Mitch Owens, who's very relieved that went through. And inside the first 25 seconds, St Kilda get the opener through Mitch Owens. And on the Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard, 3-4-22, Collingwood 4-3-27.
There's no way he should have taken that advantage, Dale.
Well, it was a late whistle and he was halfway in the motion. That's why I let out the "oh no," because he sort of half pulled out of the snap as he kicked it. It would have been an advantage anyway, but...
Sharman looks dangerous, doesn't he?
He's good. Even last year, he probably underrated in what he actually does. And as we sort of touched on, being the third and fourth banana in that forward line now. But again, this is why they went and got the big off-season signing of De Koning. When he gets a nice clean hand to it, they're running some aggressive routes through that midfield. Wanganeen Miller again flying through that half-forward line. It was a good tackle. But the Saints, nice start this second term.
Back in the middle, Darcy Cameron wins that one, but Philippo inched it forward. Wanganeen Miller gave the handball to Flanders, starting to come into it now. Steele was absolutely upended. Wood into the pocket. Good kick, but a little bit too far high in the end, and he was looking for Sharman.
I love that from Wanganeen Miller. He's seen that the Collingwood player was going to get the turnover, and he accelerated Nathan, made a bone-crunching tackle on Steele.
Looking dangerous is Sharman, getting his hands to a few, boundary throw-in. Saints in attack, they trail by 5 points. Philippo was at ground level. Coming through was Long. Crisp, handball to Nick Dacos. stepped in and out of trouble. And with the right footer, that is brilliant into centre-half back. How did he do that? And he found Schultz.
And now he sets up a task for Elliott, who's got some separation. Liam Ryan's ran a long way to try and apply the pressure. Ball didn't quite sit, and the Saints get over there. And it'll be last disposal. It came off someone's foot. It was Dan Houston's.
On the line.
So for all Nick Dacos's unbelievable work, it amounted to nothing. Although the kick from Taru was poor. Inboard, Windhager has to work. Flanders getting some ball now, true man. Red Z Lending.
Yeah, Red Z Lending. He's up to 6 disposals.
And now Mason Wood, member's side of the wing, has space. Tells Darcy Wilson to run forward. He does, and he kicks it to him. 70 out from home, just inside the boundary. Wangan Miller is deep. Kick goes into the pocket for Sharman again. Over his head. He had the box seat.
Yeah, didn't read it, did he, Joey? That was a beautiful kick in there from Wilson. If he had just stayed still rather than trying to move forward to the footy late, it would have been pinpoint and he would have been having a shot on goal.
Yeah, he's getting some looks at it at the moment, Sharman. Boundary throw in again for the Saints. Marshall to the ruck work. Dacos was there, he couldn't take it. The ball underneath the pack and the umpire comes in and calls for a ball up. Early stages, second term, Pies by 5 points. But 15 metres out from the Saints goal. Got the only one of this second term so far. Filippo. Dacos went off the ground and missed it. Hall handball. Wilson chips it to the front of the square. Off hands to Houston. Sets up his teammate, but eventually they get it to Long. Ran into trouble. Handball to McCreary. McCreary couldn't take it. Pies under the pump. The Saints are swarming. Can they get a free kick? Can they get a clear ball? Wilson did well. Pulled it out, but couldn't quite get enough bend on it. Bouncing ball. Here's Billy Frampton. And Billy Frampton.
High fend off, I reckon.
High fend off. The umpire got sucked in. Owens went down.
Billy.
I'm not sure there's much in it.
Oh, Billy.
Back here, Patrick. Back here.
So we get a look at it here on the Harvey Norman.
Just one more.
I don't think that's a free kick.
It is technically a free kick, but he milked it nicely.
Owens for back-to-back goals. Left foot. Can't score it back enough. That should be kicked. Through for one behind. 27 plays, 23. Pies in front by 4 points.
Kicking goes to Houston, getting a lot of footy in this game. It's an aggressive kick towards the corridor.
Silvani.
And another free kick going the way of Saints, this time to Jack Silvani.
Throw back on stand.
Right on the Toyota logo. Oh, the kick went inboard. It was dangerous. It was off the instep, but found Wilkie. Pies have 17 players behind this ball. Jack Buller, the forward that has a licence to stay forward of the ball. So St Kilda will be patient. No doubt the instruction from Ross Lyon at quarter time, as Dale Thomas told us. Windhager from the middle of the MCG to the top of the square. Marshall in the contest. Ned Long didn't get it away cleanly. Maynard took it. His short kick didn't go 15. Pies under pressure. Josh Dacos, handball on the boundary line. Lipinski inboard. Schultz doesn't know where to go, so he just tries to dump it out of the area. And it might work because it bounced over a couple of Saints. Side bottom. Doesn't have the leg speed. Tried to knock it into the path of Membry. Windhager, his handball. This is all just inside the boundary line. Shane Warne stands side. That's live, and it's fast, and it's free-flowing. And eventually, it goes out of bounds. Centre wing. Collingwood leading by 4. Frenetic footy being played here early stages, second quarter MCG.
The Saints that have upped their pressure in this second term. Collingwood know where to go coming out of their D50. The ball living up that end of the ground. Saints doing a really good job taking away the time and space.
Boundary thrown on the outer side. Cameron to do the ruck work against de Koning. Dacos at ground level. He'll mop that up. Turn onto his right. Hook it back towards the 50 mark. Looking for Membry. Can't mark it. Ball into the ground. Saints have got the numbers. Quick chain of handballs. Left foot comes out. That's not a great kick. That's going to go out of bounds. Free kick will go straight back to the Pies.
Contested ball numbers, please, Two Man. Quarter 2.
Yeah, so Saints are at +8. They're down by 7 at quarter time.
Darcy Cameron to Josh Dacos. He's on centre wing. Nick went by for the handball, couldn't get it to him. You can see he wanted to, into the middle of Big Billy. He's had a strange old start to the game. Perryman splits one wide to Houston. Had a fair bit of it so far.
He's good enough to find Crisp here.
Dan Houston, low darting ball, looking for Crisp. That's what Daisy called for. Nearly got it there and the ball's out of bounds. In the pocket for the Pies, they lead by 4 points. Totally Workwear scoreboard. The footy season's back. Totally Workwear. Love your work.
So it was Chris just sort of
Darcy.
lurking and loitering across the 45-metre mark. A little lateral lead. There was a pocket of space, and Houston got it. He identified it, just overcooked the kick.
So they'll throw in 35 out from the Pies goal. Phillippo wins the clearance, kicks the ball towards the wing. Higgins just came from the bench, lurking at the back. Runners come past. Wilson's got speed and can go. He's got no one up ahead of him, so he has to take on Big Billy, who tripped over trying to chase him. Wilson from the junction goes towards the goal square, gets past Nick Dacos, and then Liam Ryan fumbled. Couldn't take it cleanly. He would have walked in for his first goal in Saints colours. Instead, it's a rush behind. And this frenetic pace continues. St Kilda 3-6-24. Collingwood 4-3-27. 3 points in it. 10 minutes played. Second term.
Well, Harvey Norman replay, Stevie. You could see what Billy Frampton was thinking. I'm going for the all-or-nothing dive because I'm not chasing this kid for another rating.
Like Buddy Franklin running down there.
Cale Hooker in the background.
He said, nah, I'm not on this low light.
Poor old Liam Ryan ran so far. He's just a bit gassed once he got to the footy. Sharman taps it down to Windhager. Sends it back where it came. A bouncing ball. Dacos is there. He engages with his opponent Higgins, and the ball's out of bounds.
Inside 50s, quarter 2. Tuman, please. Feels like the ball's living up St Kilda's end.
It certainly is 6-1 St Kilda's way.
You've got to get some bang for buck here on the scoreboard when you've got this dominance of field position and territory, and find a way to get some good looks on goal.
They've a lot of boundary throw-ins in St Kilda's forward half. Sharman, and as far as Long, forward handball. Chasing the footy was Chris. Onto the right foot. It'll be a tough one to bounce for De Koning, and it was. Elliott came in and swooped. Socket off the ground. Centre wing. Buller. He dives on it. The umpire's going to ping him. We're going to try and get that out, young Buller.
How's De Koning started this game, Ash? What are his numbers?
Yeah, 7 hit-outs, a couple of those to advantage, and you can also throw in 7 disposals and a couple of intercepts.
Have you seen him, Stevie?
Yeah, I think he's looked pretty good early, Joey. Good start.
Saints transition the ball around the MCG from the members' side to the Shane Warnstein side. Brad Hill just inside the boundary on the wing towards the 50, but Quaynor too good for Sharman on that occasion. Although he stepped off his line, so the call was play on and forced to go wide. Lipinski has side bottom. Still just back of the wing. And they're going to chip their way up the field and try and get some field position with now Schultz.
Yeah, Wilkie's back for the Saints, and he's an intercept player, so just try and play around, be patient there, work the ball.
Schultz just trying to kick it lateral to Nick Dacos. He missed him. It spills to Liam Ryan, who tried to spot up Owens because there was no one inside 50, and it fell into the arms of Billy Frampton, who goes to the other big man in Darcy Cameron.
So there's a couple of turnovers in a row, which means the ground's nice and spread here. Pies can keep this ball in motion. They'll be able to transfer it the length of the field.
They had players in the middle. He went wider. Ned Long. Ned Long's on centre wing. Only the one goal kicked in this quarter. Goes to the Saints. The Pies lead by 3 points. Long, short ball to Ed Allen.
We've got 1v1s ahead of the footy.
Go Daisy.
Sorry, I was going to say, Ned Long really buggered around trying to work the 2-for-1 on the mark rather than getting in long and deep.
Elliott with the big fly. Couldn't mark it. Hits the deck. Wilkie was there. Get the handball out. The ball trickles to the boundary line. For the boundary throw-in. It's almost halfway through the second term. The Pies are 4-3-27. The Saints 3-6-24. Totally Workwear scoreboard.
Hey, yeah, righto for Bob Jane. Has Pendle's come on yet? Have we seen him? Q2?
It come on. He wanted to come on, but the coach is just shutting back down. Could be another ploy like the first quarter.
Secondary stoppage from the throw-in. Stevie, if you're Ross Lyon and the Saints coaching staff, are you thinking about Nick Dacos, or are you happy with where the game's at in regards to a tag?
Look, he is having an influence, Joey, but I think he has an influence either way, whether it has a tag or not. So maybe just back your midfield in.
Play on.
And again, this ball not really going anywhere. Haven't seen a lot of this in the opening round so far. Ned Long wrapped up, so we'll get a third stoppage, just 55 metres out from the Pies goal.
Interesting move from Craig McRae, though. We know that Jordan De Goey was the most dangerous player on the ground the first quarter. What are his minutes in this second quarter, Ash?
He's yet to come onto the ground for Red Said.
Might be tactical as well. Fascinating as Ed Allen tried to kick it inside 50. It went wide. Garcia, good tackle pressure from Jack Crisp. Keeps the ball in the front half for Collingwood. It'll be thrown in 50 metres out from goal. Members side of the MCG. Pies leading by 3 points. 12 minutes into the second term.
Another bloke on debut for his new club, Jack Silvani. He's been outstanding on Jack Buller. Buller hardly sided. Silvani's had a fair bit of him himself.
To go in, Pendlebury waiting to come on, as Pendlebury now does come on. He's involved in this contest, but he's not going to win it because the Saints run away with it. Billy Frampton had his name written all over that, fisted it away, probably could have marked it. McRae's been fumbly tonight. De Koning, back to McRae, up on the boundary line, gave the handball. McRae will get another one. Wants his left foot, hasn't got a lot to go to, needs to manufacture something, and he manufactures a kick out of bounds on the full.
I think that's the third free kick he's given away, Jack McRae. And Frampton, he's had a few opportunities to intercept mark, and he's decided to punch.
They look really suspect in the air in their defensive end, Collingwood.
Houston with a low ball. Ed Allen got a ton of space. Looks up, short to Rowan Steele. Right in front of the change gates. De Goey still waiting to come on in this second turn. Rowan Steele finds Elliott. They're happy to just be patient and build their way up. Inboard, back to Ed Allen. Now Nick Dacos runs past. He gets it in his hands. Generally, he finds a target. Again, he had McStay in the pocket, but Jack Buller got in his way. The young man keen to take a mark. McStay's giving him a good mouthful as well. Said, call me into it, young fella. That's what you do.
He spoiled him.
He spoiled him. It's going to be thrown in 25 metres around for the Pies goal.
Might not have been call me in. It was just don't spoil it, you dill.
Boundary throw in, Pies in attack. Yet to kick a goal in this quarter. Bouncing ball out. Well done by Parker. Picked it up onto the left foot. Top of the square. Where are the Flyers? There they are. Marshall was one of them. Couldn't bring it down. He picked it up from ground level. Marshall did an okay job. And now they're wrapped up. Flanders with Schultz. With a ball up 15, 20 metres out from the Pies goal.
This is the first time we've seen the ball up this end for a minute, living up there. St Kilda high alert, done a lot of attacking. Now need to defend well in their D50.
Marshall holds it in. That's a dangerous tactic. With another ball up halfway through the turn. Collingwood by 3 points.
Rowan, Darcy, watch my line.
Cameron,
yes,
trying to flick it in the corridor.
I reckon Jack McRae's having a mare here, boys. I just want to get some numbers off you, Ash.
Ash for Red Zed Ledning.
9 disposals, going at 56% efficiency, 3 clangers.
Hold the meter.
He's had more than 3.
Whoa.
Well, he's had the 3 free kicks against, and that last kick went directly to the opposition, so that's 4 on my watch.
In opening round, that's the story itself. Elliott took the boundary throwing beautifully. Handball to side bottom, couldn't get himself out of trouble. Pendlebury over the head, just heard Nick Dacos, who twists and turns and spins and arches the back and kicks from 45 into the pocket. And the Saints defuse it and get it through for a behind. But every time Nick gets it, something happens. 3-6-24 Collingwood, 4-4-28 St Kilda. And we are 15 minutes into the second term. Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard. The footy's back, Totally Workwear. Love your work.
Bradley Hill on the outer side, goes long towards centre wing. Ground level, here's McRae. Stevie not happy with his work. That handball worked okay though.
I'm real happy with it.
Now Bradley Hill towards centre half forward. This is where they've been dangerous, the Saints. Collingwood falling down at half back.
Naz is out. Just got to get it forward.
Take over, Stevie. Anytime you want. Ball, handball. They've got players out everywhere. Owens underneath it. Flies. Missed it. They could have mucked this up. Opportunity still. Sinclair couldn't get it. Wanganeen Miller cleared it up, Naz. And he does.
Just how they drew it up.
Just had to get it to him, Joey.
It was a real scrappy bit of play. They couldn't get their hands on it cleanly, but Wanganeen Miller showed them how to do it. And the Saints back in front by 2 points.
Before they stuffed around with that, Dale,
Yes.
he was in 50 metres of space by himself.
He's done it a bit, so it's a clear ploy from Ross Lyon is that don't come to the bench when you're having a spell.
I like it.
You go and plonk yourself inside forward 50. You don't have to be involved in the defence, in the team defence whatsoever, because you just got to make sure your teammates are onto it.
I just want to double check with Two-Man too. Did you just check those numbers on McRae, Two?
Yeah, you're all over it, Stevie. So those 3 clangers I said were just kick clangers only. He's had 5 in total, which is the most on the ground.
Stevie, you are the best.
Wow,
Robbo, Bob Jane T. Marks.
Yeah, De Goey on, finally. what is it, 16 and a half, 17 minutes. And Flying Ryan had his thumb strapped, heavily strapped.
St Kilda win the centre clearance, kick it into a dangerous spot. Darcy Wilson off the ground. Got good purchase. He flushed it, but it just went to the left. And another score for St Kilda, 4-7-31. They've got the momentum this term. Collingwood 4-4-28, 17 minutes played.
Well, it's been scrappy, and that meaning the ball on the ground a fair bit. St Kilda smacking the Pies in that area. 21-7 ground balls this quarter alone.
Not a great kick by Houston. An interception on the outer side. Carroll chips the footy up the line.
Stand.
Windhager not doing the tagging job on Nick Dacos tonight. What are his numbers, Ash?
He's had 17 disposals, equal leading ballman, along with Houston with 17.
Looking for somebody up the forward half of the ground, but there was no flyers. Only McStay, who's gone back behind the footy at the moment, will have a ball up. As Houston picks the footy up. 28 plays 31. The Saints by 3 points. Totally workwear scoreboard.
Owens does the ruck work. Filippo handballs over the head, straight to Quaynor, who flicks it wide. Perryman under pressure. Got the kick away. It goes along the boundary line, and Buller did a nice job to touch it before it went out of bounds for a free kick, and we'll get a throw in. 70 out from St Kilda's goal.
Sam Flanders didn't touch the ball until probably the 25-minute mark in that first quarter, but he seems to have been a little bit busier in this quarter too.
Yeah, he's had 9 disposals for the game, Flanders, in this quarter 4.
Marshall grabs it out of the ruck, kicks it inside 50, wobbling ball. Frampton, that was a fend off, and then he couldn't get the handball away, and he got the ambition mixed up with the ability, and it's going to be a free kick to the Saints. It'll be Cooper Sharman who'll have a shot for goal, 50 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Not having a great night, Billy.
It's just got to keep it simple. Just get it, give it to someone who's better than you. And that occasion, it's anyone in a black and white jumper. He went the fend and missed, and then went the handball and missed.
Sharman has been lively. He'll kick the only 2 goals of this second term. He'll kick it from right on the Telstra logo on the 50. Struck it nicely. He flushed it. Sharman's got a couple. And Saints skip out to a 9-point lead on the Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard. They're 5-7-37. Collingwood stuck at 4-4-28. 7 minutes to play, second term.
Interesting that Billy Frampton did go with the fend to begin with. He's lucky he missed, because he'd just given away a free kick for doing exactly the same thing down in the pocket, which nearly resulted in a goal. And on that occasion where he missed, it would have been straight to his face if it had connected.
Yeah, I don't think that needs to be sort of default reaction, which it is at the minute.
Yeah.
Which is probably meaning he's certainly feeling the heat, looking for that contact, knowing it's going to be coming in that immediate bubble. But probably the better play is to, if you see someone in your vision, which he had there, give that handball first and then get your arms out and try and block, create space. Good couple of 10, 15 minutes probably for the Saints this quarter. They're clearly on top. Pies need to respond.
They do need to respond. What have they got? They go out of the middle. To see DeGoey back on handball to Pendlebury. Pendlebury back to DeGoey. DeGoey, wild handball, missed the market. Now the Saints win it. They've got numbers at half-back. Filippo couldn't quite handle it. Allowed the Pies back with an opportunity. Perryman stands up in the tackle. The umpire let it go. And now we'll have a ball up. Rubbo.
Don't forget there's a little advantage going the punt road in. Saints advantage. Don't underestimate it. I reckon they've got just a nice little couple of goals here.
Bob Jane Team Arts, great buy free, get one free, plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today, T's and C's apply. Free kick from the stoppage.
Hang on, the umpire didn't let him take the advantage. You've got to understand that's Wangane Malira. Anytime the ball's in his hands, call the advantage.
So it has to come all the way back to Hugo Garcia, who just goes short to Sinclair. From just on the wing, goes towards Sharman in a one-on-one against Maynard. He's been a nightmare. Wangane Miller goes to Liam Ryan, just bounced at his feet. Wilson goes off the ground again.
He's playing the wrong code.
Wilson, Ronaldo.
And it went out of bounds, just next to the right hand point post.
Ronaldo.
6 minutes 25 on the clock. St Kilda, 3 goals this term, lead by 9.
Had a lot of boundary throw-ins in their forward half. The Saints doing all their attacking. 3 goals to none in this second term. Live footy. Wilson, he was tackled. And he got called for a throw. Free kick going to the Maggies. Josh Dacos' numbers actually quiet down a bit this quarter.
So it's 16 for the game in this quarter, just the 5 v 11 in the first.
Was that a handball against Wilson?
So towards half-back. First one there was Mason Wood. Handball back to Wood. Got some space. Could have a bounce if he wanted to. Elects not to. Top of the square. Flies from everywhere, but Darcy Cameron too big. Too strong.
He's very good at that, Darcy Cameron. One of the best in the competition in 2025, getting back and taking intercept marks.
Ed Allen at half-back. With the right foot. Collingwood have really struggled to move the football in this quarter. Straight back to Silvani on centre wing.
What are the inside 50s this quarter, Ash?
Yeah, 15-5. Saints way 3-3 to the Pies, one behind.
Triple M Red Z lending stats.
So it's been a good adjustment. Ross Lyon saying they're sitting back, they're waiting for us to get to them on turnover. St Kilda getting it inside, but then taking away all that time and space, not allowing that rebound.
Wilkie gets the 1-2 and then drives it back inside 50, but Darcy Cameron, the best intercepting big man in the competition, as a ruckman takes another mark.
Move it on. Play on.
So he's just trying to steady the ship back there for Collingwood. Are under the pump at the moment. His kick though goes really wide, so he's going to have to do some defending again. Too wide. Out on the full. And it'll be Jack Silvani. 80 metres from home.
Play on.
In front of the Pat Shane Warne stand. Kicks it more in a direct angle. Oh, Wangari Miller. That is ridiculous how early he flew. He went 5 minutes early. Unrealistic attempt. Well, that was happening. Rowan Marshall stood in front and took the mark, but it won't count. And it's Darcy Cameron again.
Yeah, Darcy Cameron again. Last season he was 4th in the AFL for intercept marks, and the only ruckman to rank inside the top 50 for intercepts.
Steve Johnson on Triple M Footy. Seabus Super Special comments. Seabus Super build your something for smart one. Collingwood at half back to Houston. The Saints have been good at this area. They've slowed the Magpies down. It's a slow build-up. Chipping the footy. DeGoey. Right foot. A couple of players wide. One of those is Crisp. Crisp still 70 metres from home. Got a lot of movement ahead. Chips it sideways to Houston again.
Outside 5.
Houston gets a lead from Pendlebury,
who's still
probably should be going to him. And now sees him like 3 years too late. And eventually gets the football over to Membry.
Is that a mark?
It is.
They've paid the mark. Not sure if it was off his hands first. But he claimed it. Membry, very tough shot here. 40 metres out in the pocket.
Suits the way he kicks it though. Not a whole lot of variation. A little bit of left to right.
Thanks, boys. Watching
Certainly not beyond him.
Nicknamed the Skunk. So Collingwood yet to kick a goal in this term. Membry from right on the boundary line, doesn't give it a chance. Starts it right. Through for one behind.
Sorry, off the ball, guys.
Collingwood 4-5-29. St Kilda 5-7-37. 8-point margin. 3 minutes 18 to go before half time.
Well, that pressure we've spoken about from St Kilda with that ball inside their forward 50. Collingwood's tried to chain the ball D50 to inside 50 16 times. Only 3 they've gotten through.
Sinclair got a couple of disposals from the kick out and went long towards Mitch Owens, but Quaynor, that's what the round of applause was for. Great effort to fist it out of bounds.
Tom.
You'd imagine, Joey, the coach's box for St Kilda will be pretty happy. It's been a nice response. What they would have asked for at quarter time so far, it's been delivered.
Yeah, seeing Ross Lyon coaching from the coach's box on the Harvey Norman replay. Loves the footy. Kick off this season with super savings TVs and soundbars. Get set to catch all the action. Harvey Norman in store and online now as the kick from the Pies goes forward, but from the Saints, I should say. But Quaynor again, terrific intercept mark over the back of Owens and goes laterally to Maynard and inboard to DeGoey. That kick went 15 metres, but the umpire decided to say play on. And DeGoey finds Josh Dacos, who wheels on his left from just in front of the centre circle. High ball inside 50. Membry. St Kilda had flyers as well. Ground level. Crisp. Looking for the handball. Ed Allen. Another handball. Membry fumble. This is all happening at the top of the 50. Side bottom, as we see so often. Squeezes a little left foot kick and finds Lockie Schultz in the pocket along the boundary line, but only 35 metres out.
This is the one, Stevie. Will he go around the body?
He certainly will. This is the spot.
1 metre.
This is where you need probably on the range of, someone on the goal line.
Right on his limit, you think?
You can try and overkick these and catch them skinny, or the opposite of just a big belly.
I reckon it's the perfect spot to kick a snap from.
Play on.
He's already kicked one, Lockie Schultz. Flushed that beautifully. He would have grown up watching Stevie J. He's kicked a couple, and Collingwood get there first of the quarter. And on the Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard, Collingwood 5-5-35. St Kilda 5-7-37. We have just under 2 minutes to play.
Well, that was beautiful there by Sidebottom. He's the best two-sided player I've ever seen in the AFL. That left foot,
apart from Acker,
could have blazed away. No, I reckon Sidebottom's a better field kick.
Leon Cameron?
I reckon Sidebottom's the best, boys.
He's very, very good. You that is.
And that wasn't an easy kick to the advantage. He just pulled the trigger, pinpoint accuracy, set up Schultz, who's been quite dangerous. He's getting to some really good spots so far in this game of footy.
He might
nice
need
finish.
Big call, Johnson.
Yeah.
So the Magpies get their first goal the second term.
No call, Brown.
37-35.
Crisp.
2-point lead. Bradley Hill picked it up. Higgins. Hasn't had a lot to do yet, Higgins. Back to Hill. High up and under ball into the pocket. Boxer went across, couldn't mark it. The ball up. Joel Steele picked it up. What are the inside 50 numbers, Ash?
Inside 50 Saints are at plus 11 in this quarter, though, 18-7.
90 seconds left on the clock. The ball up just inside the boundary line. Will go out of bounds for a throw-in.
What are Boxall's numbers, Ash?
Just the one disposal.
Box.
And quietly.
Young man, still finding his way. Throw-in, top of the 50. Josh Dacos.
Would like him to find the footy.
Taken down there, tackled. Brad Hill, and another one.
How many tackles does he have? Usually he's decent in that area.
Yeah, he's had three tackles.
There we go. That's better.
We found a positive.
There you go.
4.
There he is, Boxall. Couldn't get a possession. Nick Dacos, how many for him, Chew?
Nick Dacos, he's up to 17 touches.
Not enough. Schultz, handball, forward. Buller gets a touch. He kicks a high ball, but Saints are queuing up the halfback, and the mark is taken by Windhager, and they quickly transition. Flanders getting some ball. Owens in the middle. Goes low into the pocket. It's for Naz. Perryman's followed him all the way. Couldn't take the possession. Sinclair, handball in board. Carroll, Boxall, there he is. De Koning, good purchase. Higgins at the back. Frampton floating across. Takes a good, important to get the set mark. And then a kick across the face of goal. Just found Isaac Quaynor.
Well, Billy Ball is
a thing. It's a thing.
Oh, no. It's contagious.
I reckon Buller Ball could be a ball soon, too.
That went as high as Mount Buller, that kick.
So the Saints with an opportunity. 17 seconds to go before half-time. Hill loads it up. Here comes Ryan. Can't get there. And the mark taken by Parker. Look all at sea in the air at the moment, the Magpies. That should be half-time. And the Saints will go in with a 2-point margin. There's the siren. Good half of football. The Saints 3-1 in that second term. They lead by 2 points. 5-7-37. Collingwood 5-5-35. McDonald's Remote Water. Triple M. Rocks footy.
That quarter for Totally Workwear. Footy season's back. Totally Workwear. Love your work.
For Remote Water,
Triple M rocks footy.
Built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a ring.
De Goey is another point of difference in that midfield alongside you, Nick Dacos. He'll take it, he'll break the line, he can do the special things. He gives you that different look throughout. So the fact that he was off for 15 minutes caught us a little bit off guard. But again, the planning that goes into it, obviously not ready and willing to be flexible within that. They had their plan, they're sticking with it, and we wait to see what happens now in this third term.
Let's head down to Robbo on the boundary. Bob Jane, T-Barts.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see whether Pendlebury stays on the pine with De Goey, because obviously that was a tactic, and couldn't believe how much Fly was communicating also with Pendlebury. And once he got on, you can actually see the instruction, the coaching. So that's another, as a quarterback, as the bloke who actually throws the ball around, Pendlebury was so effective in that first term. Talking to Banger Harvey before the game, he was a little bit worried about the youngsters, St Kilda, playing in front of a big crowd, in front of a massive game like this. So they have settled. They got out of the block. So that is a really good sign that they went in at half-time up So the youngsters have had a bit of a feel for it, and let's see how they go in this second half.
90 seconds away from the bounce for the third, or not the bounce, the ball up, the centre ball up, the throw up, chuck up, whatever we want to call it. Not far away. That was Mickey Roberts for Bob Jane T-Marts. They have a great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deal. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. And Stevie J and Daisy get into positions, and Ash Chua. Remember the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard this quarter. When you need trade support, call 134 Trade. It's Bunnings Trade's dedicated team on the phone, ready to help with quotes and pricing, stock checks, product sourcing, and order or delivery updates so you can keep the job moving. Call 134 Trade. That's 134 872 for real assistance in real time at Bunnings Trade. Stevie, what do you think is going to happen in this third quarter, or what do you want to see happen for one of the teams?
Well, I'd like to see a little bit more scoring, Joey. It's pretty low scoring, 37-35, but the pressure has been good in that first half, and it has been a little bit slippery as well. So I'm tipping this second half, the man that's just signed the biggest deal in football to be the match winner, Wangani Malira, to absolutely go bananas in this second half, Daisy.
Triple M Red Z Lending stats. Red Z Lending loans for the self-employed. REDZED.com. True man, one player for each team that needs to step up in the second half.
Small forwards, Joey. Jake Higgins, 6 disposals and scoreless. Kicked the career high 46 majors last year. And Jamie Elliott, 4 disposals and also scoreless. Of course, he kicked 60 goals last year.
When the footy's on and you can't miss a moment, get Macca's delivered for 99-cent delivery fee only on the My Macca's app. Here's Nathan Brown to get us underway.
Underway in the third quarter, McCreary playing on the ball, got the handball out to Dacos, who went with the banana outside of the foot, bouncing ball to half forward. Lipinski, good handball, Pendlebury, McCreary kept running, McCreary lines them up, screws it back, and the Pies get one early. Fast start Pies. Dacos involved, Pendlebury involved, and they're in front again by 4 points. 41 plays 37. Beacon Trade Bunnings scoreboard. I just thought I'd say, yeah, I got the scoreboard wrong, Joey. That could be
I wasn't sure.
That could be an Amy Clangan exit.
Nah, that's all right. These mistakes happen. Bunnings Trade this quarter.
Thank you.
Well, that was nice there. A little toe poke really out of the centre by Dacos, but it was the finish there by young Bo. He's got speed to burn, and they haven't missed those opportunities, have they, going forward? Those snaps across the body have been sensational for Collingwood.
Good lesson there on the Harvey Norman for young Filippo. Just got caught ball watching. Dacos found his back, but just as he went in to get the ball, was never going to have a play on it. Dacos had taken off with speed to the outside.
Found my error, Joey. Beacon Trade was the first quarter. Bunnings Trade is the third quarter.
We're back underway. Filippo makes up for it. Forward handball. Flanders tries to shovel a handball forward to Hall. Composed. Boxall. 70 out. Tries to find Higgins. The man, true man, needed to step up. He got crunched by a couple of Pies. One of them was Frampton, who won the footy back for his team. And now they get the handball chain going. Lipinski, Nick Dacos, short kick to McCreary, who's got grass. And there's no one quicker than him in the league. Handball, Elliott, inboard. Parker, great build-up. Can they find a mark? It is Pendlebury playing inside 50, who pops one over the back of the head. He didn't like it from Caminiti. He said, I was playing this competition before you were born. Give me a spell, but he'll go back and have a shot from 48 metres out in a slight angle. Doesn't back himself in. So handballs to McCreary, who's got his tail up. He goes for 2 in a minute. Why not? Have come out smoking in this third quarter. Back-to-back goals inside the first 2 minutes. They've both been to Bow, and all of a sudden Collingwood back out by 10. 7-5 47. St Kilda 5-7 37. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Well, we spoke about the inexperience of Boxall a little bit in that first half, but it was that kick going inside 50. The intended target was Higgins, and it just closed up late. With a little bit more experience, he would have probably identified, I can't hit that kick. Maybe the better option is to put it in deep into my attack, and we can at least try and score a goal, but if not, be able to set up behind the footy. It was a shallow entry. Collingwood got their hands back on it at half back, and that's where they've been so dangerous so far in this game. They bounced back and were able to score. Very selfless play there by Scott Pendlebury.
Now, Rabbo.
DeGoey and obviously Pendlebury on the ground, side bottom having the rest. The AFL said there's over 82,000 in the joint too, so big crowd.
And here is Pendlebury on cue. Left foot looking for Schultz. Dacos, Nick Dacos. Left foot wasn't his best effort, tumbling ball. Misses through for one behind.
So Pendle's with the managed minutes so far. How many direct goal assists has he had, Truman?
Red Z is at 5.
Direct goal assists.
But only kicked 7.
Correct.
11-point lead to the Pies.
Stand.
He's on track for the record.
It's, of course, owned by you, Stevie, with 10.
Oh, Stevie, you
I didn't even know it, but I love it.
That was a half volley you just walked straight into shootout. Flanders from half back. His kick goes wide, out of bounds on the full. Come back.
How many goals did your side kick that day, Stevie?
A lot. I kicked 7 myself. Anyway, enough about me. Here's Dave Best.
Oh, you don't mean that.
That was Nick handballing to Maynard. And again, they go straight towards half. Well, Jamie Elliott flew early. There's another unrealistic attempt. Feel the forwards haven't quite got their timing right with those leaps. And St Kilda will clear. Flanders finds Hugh Boxall, who's marked it in front of him to change gates. Saints trying to wrestle back some momentum. It's been all Collingwood to start this third quarter. Front and square, Maynard. Nick Dacos doing as he pleases, dominating this game. The kicking ball to Elliott. He has runners either side. He ignored DeGoey because he saw McStay inside 50, just went over his head. He had so much time. He could pick it up, gather, handball to Membry, and then he hit the post with a snap from the top of the goal square. Let off with the Saints. Got out of jail on that one. Collingwood steamrolling to start this third quarter. They're 7-7-49. St Kilda 5-7-37. Triple M Bunnings straight scoreboard.
Well, that is a big let-off because that is a 9 time out of 10 goal that you have to kick or give the next handball. When you know the pressure's coming, the next link in the chain was Schultz, and he would have toe-poked it through from the top of the square.
And the difference between the two teams was St Kilda went really skinny, and as soon as Collingwood won the ball back, straight back through the middle of the ground, looking really dangerous. Should have been a certain goal.
The Saints chipping the ball around at their back end at the moment to Caminiti. And with the big feet. How big are they, Joey?
Size 17.
Yeah, it's big.
Stand.
It's a big foot. Yeah.
Yours, mate.
I'll make a TV show out of it one day.
That's much better block from the Saints here, going through the corridor.
Flanders had an up and down night. Didn't touch it much in the first quarter. Here he is on centre wing to half forward. Not a great kick. Didn't help out his teammates, but Hall was the front and centre. His kick wasn't great. That'll be a free kick. Holding the ball, free kick is going to go to the Saints.
Darcy Wilson.
10 metres.
It was against Parker. I thought he might have got a handball away. He picked it up. He was quite casual about it. Yeah, fair enough. Harvey Norman replay, what did you think?
Just out 5 metres.
He was casual in his
He had an
approach,
opportunity, didn't he?
but he still did get hand to ball.
Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Harvey Norman loves the footy. Kick off the season with super savings on TVs and sound bars. Gets set to catch all the action at Harvey Norman in store and online.
Didn't hit him well in the warm-up.
Darcy Wilson. Stevie's man's going to pay $3.50. And he didn't hit that one well. Poked at it, Stevie. Through for one behind. Bad miss. 38 plays 49. Collingwood by 11 points.
So he's worked really hard tonight, Darcy Wilson, but he's had opportunities to kick goals and he's just missed them. So
Outside 5.
So he play 350 or 400?
I said he'd play 350 games, but I wouldn't be surprised if he plays 400.
Pies chip it out of their back half easy. Elliott a long way from home. Half back, Shane Warne stand side, goes to a contest, spoiled out of bounds, 80 metres around from the Pies goal.
How many players
Darcy,
have got
Tom.
to 400, Chew?
I think 7.
There's that group of 7.
There's no more professional young player in the AFL than Darcy Wilson. I can tell you that right now.
Johnson.
No
We need
more.
to change that stinger, Leroy. Big call, Johnson. As the kick tumbles towards half forward for Collingwood. Saints have numbers. Silvani being cool in his first game in new colours. Wilkie to Flanders. Kick wide. Liam Ryan hasn't done a lot. He's got Maynard for company. Has a bit of time. Puts it into the path. Here's the 400 gamer. Darcy Wilson running on the boundary line. Kicks it to the top of the square. Owens in the box seat. Brilliant kick.
That was a professional kick, that one.
Quaynor had no chance with a kick over his head to the advantage of Mitch Owens. And he'll go back to try and kick his second and St Kilda's first of the third term.
Well, that's their best transition ball of the night. And good decision too from your boy Darcy Wilson. He had the short on. It would have been a hard kick to make it full tilt. Just put that one to the advantage of Owens.
He's kicked 1 goal, 2, and he watched Wilson miss one earlier. Oh, he made the goal up by work, but he got it. And St Kilda get the steadier they've been searching for. They get their 6th to go to 6-8-44. Collingwood 7-7-49. So we've got plenty of time to play in this third quarter. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. No matter where you are, Bunnings Trade is here to help tradies, builders and businesses get the job done.
Liam Ryan done really well there on the wing too. He has fumbled on a few occasions tonight, but on that occasion now he was clean and then was able to get the separation with Wilson, who, you know, I touch on, he's a young professional player, but he's an athlete that works really hard on his running. I've seen him in the pre-season when he's on his own, running around the Wangaratta footy ground, absolutely flying, and on that occasion he used his leg speed and his power running to set up his teammate for a nice goal.
Is he your favourite player, Stephen?
He's not yet, but he's from my hometown in Wang, so I get behind him.
Just with Sam Flanders, only 3 touches in the first quarter. Second most now for the Saints. He's up to 17.
Yep.
How's his ball retention going, Ash?
His kick efficiency down just under 40%.
Stand, play on.
So now they go inside forward 50. The lead's good. And Charman.
He's been
30 out directly in front.
Who kicked it, Brownie? Flanders. Flushed it.
About time he hit one.
Damn you, sexy Flanders. Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Flanders, yeah.
And they're starting to come into it. That's a good kick. And the Saints just, after the Pies started this with a rush, bouncing back. That's a good kick from Flanders. Never doubted him. So Sharman, been good so far. This is for number 3. And that is a donkey kick.
All clear.
A donkey kick.
That just went like really nowhere that you needed it to.
Sort of.
Wait for the call.
Out to the side,
Stay
2 for 1
behind,
behind. 49 plays 45,
Stay
4-point
behind,
lead
wait
to the
for the call.
Pies.
He's going to walk off this ground tonight, regardless of
Move it
result,
on.
and go,
Play on.
it could have been anything.
Yeah. He could have kicked, 4 or 5 already.
Yeah.
Kick in. Big pack of players. All the tools are in there. Ned Long on hands and knees. Caminiti and those feet. No one can get it out. And eventually the umpire's going to be forced to pull it up. It is just a slight issue with St Kilda's forward line. Owens and Sharman, necessarily the most reliable at times. They can get a bit nervy.
Do you have to get special boots made?
Tom Darcy.
Sure, you can import them or find special shops. Never had the issue, never had to worry about it.
What size was Aaron Sanderland's back in the day?
Big and tall.
Yeah, one of those shops for tall people. Free kick from the stoppage goes to Darcy Cameron. Handballs to the goalie.
Holding St Kilda.
Free kick. That was against the man with the big feet, Caminiti. It's going to go the way of Jack Buller. His numbers true in his first game as a Pie.
And just the 2 disposals, Joey, yet to hit the scoreboard.
Good Dacos.
Clear out.
Lurking,
Clear up, play on.
and the young man obliges. So it's Nick Dacos. Will kick it towards Schultz. Silvani read it the best. He was the first one to react and took a nice intercept mark with his numbers. Ash.
13 disposals, 7 intercepts.
And he's going to be a very, very good get for the Saints as Wilkie goes wide to Stevie J's man, Darcy Wilson, held up along the boundary line. Shane Warne stands side. 11 minutes played, third term. Magpies lead by 4.
Going to bring the ball back.
Middle of the ground's open. Take it.
Silvani doesn't know Elliott's behind him. I think it was on the ground, and then when he saw his opportunity, sprung up, but they cleared the football to Carroll. Carroll on centre wing to half forward. A low darting ball looking for Marshall. Didn't go to his advantage though. Flanders did well. Split the contest. And now they'll have a ball up. 70 metres out from the Saints goal.
Darcy
Houston's
Ryan.
numbers, Ash.
Thank you.
And Houston, 20 disposals,
Oh, yes.
517 metres gained.
So ball up. Cameron worked his way to the front. DeGoey. Track the football. Here's Stevie's man, Jack McRae, to Carroll. Carroll sets sail. Left foot inside forward 50. Owens almost took a good mark. And now Big Bad Billy. To Maynard. Side bomb, that was interesting. Now the Pies win it.
They've got some numbers, so they'll chain handball. Perryman, Ned Long, and now side bottom. And the best opposite foot Stevie J's ever seen. Buller was courageous. Wilkie came the other way, got to the back to Elliott, who had memory, and he's taken the mark 45 metres out. He thought about going to Schultz. He looked, and now he sees Brownie's man, Houston, sit and steer job tonight, disposal number 21, midway through the third quarter. And he'll go back to try and extend the current 4-point lead.
I reckon there was intelligence by side bottom on the half-back flank. I think he thought the umpire was going to call not far enough. And if he had taken possession, he would have been absolutely crunched and there would have been a turnover. He knocked it on. And that got this piece of play flowing.
Really well done to Buller as well. Went back with courage, not knowing what was coming the other way.
Dan Houston from 50 out straight in front. Oh, that's a bad miss for a player of his quality. Hooked it badly. 7-8-50 Collingwood. St Kilda 6-9-45. Almost halfway through this third term. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Saints bring it in.
Stand.
They trial by 5 points. Bradley Hill's been good. What are his numbers, Ash?
Bradley Hill, 15 disposals, 1 goal.
Kick in hope towards centre wing. Frampton slapped the football. Side bottom gave it up. A bounce back. Side bottom gets it again. Perryman with a darting ball. Wasn't his best. DeGoey was there. Saints with numbers. Silvani gets himself in a bit of trouble. Eventually got the handball out. Mason Wood, who's been quiet so far, turns on the left. The lead comes. Kick wasn't great. Over the top. Out of bounds on centre wing. Craig McRae picks it up nice and cleanly out there. Gives it to Dacos, and they want to go because they got the free kick. Short ball. Lipinski. Read an article, he's got 80 pairs of sneakers at home. That's way too many. Inside forward 50, DeGoey has kicked 2. DeGoey has kicked 3. He's been on off the ground. They've used him sparingly, but he could be the game breaker tonight. 3 to DeGoey, an 11-point lead to the Pies.
Well, the goal will go down to Geordie DeGoey, but Jamie Elliott, he's the one that should be credited. He came through. He knew contact was coming.
Because you're coming from outside.
I'm not sure what's going on Harvey on the replay, but there's someone with a big magpie head that's getting a lot of airtime. While that's all going on, Caminiti, I think, still folded up down there. So that was a collision. Had to go, Elliott, and he did, and a nice finish. The rubber, Bob Jane teammates at Caminiti, is he coming off or is he staying on?
No, he's flagged them away.
Yeah, see you later, boys.
No, they've got 2 doctors out there to have a good look at him. Stayed on the green stuff for a while, but he's up and about.
Do you know where you go to get size 17 shoes, rubber?
No idea, mate. I'm only a size 10.
3 goal to 1 quarter in favour of Collingwood. In the middle, the ball up. Wanganeen Miller are trying to get busy. Perryman not leaving his side. Higgins to Hill. Now he sweeps a handball to Naz. He's running away from goal. He squares up, kicks it on the outside of his right boot, but it went in between 2 Saints. And the mark was taken by Dan Houston, having a fine evening as a Magpie tonight. And he goes short to Lipinski, just outside the defensive 50. Out of side, Marvel. Up MCG. Out of side. MCG. His kick, though, was short. And we'll get a ball up.
I do like that it's opening round, so we're all looking after each other. Yeah. Give it a month or so.
When we're tired.
What did you just say?
Start laughing at each other.
Good one. Good to be back.
Yes.
The boys on the Sunday run.
With the boys.
Number 1 by a long way.
A long way.
And that is a big rundown tackle by Windhager. He got to go. They need to lift here, the Saints, the Pies. 3 goals to 1 in this third term. Big bad Billy Frampton runs at it. Leaves it behind. Opportunity for the Saints. Side bottom. Maybe a free kick. Go to the Saints, it is. They can't believe it. Or is he going to go to the Pies?
No, it's a throw against side bottom. So he came out.
I don't think the players know who's they're going to, but it's going to
So
Philippa.
side bottom has it here, Harvey Norman. It's fair enough. He never really had clean possession, but he also never disposed of it correctly.
Numbers for Filippo, Ash.
Filippo for Red Z, 13 touches.
Playing a midfield role tonight.
Watch the celebration if this goes through.
They have to kick it from 51. That's not going anywhere near the goals, Joey. Now Quainer chips the footy out. Caminiti with the big feet. He gets them up and he gets them down and he hits the deck. Free kick picked out. It's going to go to the Pies.
It'll come back, no advantage. I was just warning you that Filippo's a big celebrator.
It's the deck a lot, Caminiti, for a man with such big feet. I would have thought he'd have a real stable sort of base.
Lose a bit of balance.
Lockie round.
Like paddles.
Come back on.
Walking with skis on.
Yes.
Slippers.
Schultz just goes short. So it is Collingwood by 11 points. They're 8-8. St Kilda 6-9. Just a little slow play at the moment. Kick to the point of the square, half forward. Long, great handball, sweeping handball to Rone Steele, who runs in for goal and gets his first in AFL footy.
When she's on it,
And it's on Garcia. Little Garcia loves it. He's getting involved with Nick Dacos. Geordie DeGoey, the big enforcer, steps in for Nick.
and here comes the bruise.
And they all come, Bruz ran 80 metres to get involved. but it was the Ned Long Crumman handball that was just brilliant, that set up Rowan Steele for his first goal in AFL footy in front of 83,000 on opening round. And more importantly for the Pies, it gets them out to, if I'm correct, G-Man, a game-high 17-point lead midway through the third.
Spot on, Joey.
I like that they took a bit of a risk there, Joey, to kick that ball to centre-half forward. It was a set play, but it paid dividends. And as you said, Ned Long taking the crumbs and then peeling that handball wide to the advantage of the young fella who was able to steer it through. He probably could have taken a bounce and got a overlap handball to someone in the square, but he took it upon himself and a nice finish.
Going to be an advantage. No, it's going to come back. With them switchboards starting to light up. The calls coming in from Sicily. The St Kilda Mafia. The Dons over there are starting to call. It's not looking good, Joey.
No. My encrypted app is starting to get a bit...
Windhager, what have the Saints got? It'll be a fly from Higgins. Can't mark it. Fisted away. Quain has been very good. Handball Dacos. Another one over the top. Chipping left football into the middle. Did well. Lipinski used his body well. The umpire said illegally.
You're allowed to do that.
He got a hand on it, didn't he, before the ball hit the ground?
Here's Ned Flanders.
Flanders will kick it to the top of the square. Marshall's got 3 Magpies around him. Well, they all squander it. Maxie Hall mops it up and kicks the goal. There was a quick reply on the app. We got it sorted, and the Saints get a goal. Back to 11 points. It was a lucky free kick. The umpire gave it the Saints' way. And they go 7-9-51. Collingwood 9-8-62. Back to 11. Garcia still getting involved with some Magpies, and that's on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Horrendous decision, really. When you got 2 players in, Nick Dacos and Steele Sidebottom, 2 of the best footy brains in the business, going straight up to that umpire after that goal was kicked to say, what in the hell were you thinking?
Dan McStay should have taken this mark, though. His name written all over it. That it hit the ground and Hall finished it. So Collingwood should have the ball. They've made a few mistakes in the air, Collingwood.
They'll get done for a 6-6-6 in a minute if I don't find a winger here, the Pies. But it's good pressure from St Kilda there.
It's a starting position warning against Collingwood.
Stevie, has Garcia gone now to tag?
He has.
Yeah,
yep.
That's what's happening. Stay.
Yeah, I think that's why he
minutes.
went back and got into him, Joey.
Push and shove there in the middle. Dacos. And the young man Garcia. I don't mind it. I like the move. And now the Saints again. Get one out of the middle to Koning. Chips the football. Ryan picked it up on the 50. Darted one way. Went back the other. Right foot inside forward 50. Looking for Owens. Ball hits the deck. Wood needs to stand up. Did well. Handball out. Boxer was there. Missed the football. Coming back in was Owens. Went hard. And he was tackled by McCreary. With the ball up.
Feels like it's gone up a notch in the last couple of minutes. Both sensing that these are the moments. Game high, Saints peg one back. Now the ball up their end, bodies flying in.
40 out from the Saints goal. Cameron grabbed it out of the ruck. Handball forward. Only as far as St Kilda. Flanders again. Carroll around the body. Higgins is deep. Standing his ground though was Crisp. Playing a half-back roll tonight. Took the mark.
Good mark under pressure.
It was indeed. The ball was floating high. And he goes laterally to Billy Frampton, and a kick is a good one to Rowan Steele outside the defensive 50. Members side. 11-point lead to Collingwood. 6 minutes remaining, third term. Josh Dacos had a stack of footy. Kicks to Pendlebury, who's set up almost every goal in this game. And he marks it in front of the interchange gates, and he just takes his time.
See if they try it again on these slow plays. Let's see if they're prepared to go back through the middle of the ground and take a bit of a punt.
So here's Perryman. They've got into the middle quite comfortably. Crisp. Only one player behind him. That's a teammate of his. So he looks up and sees 18 Saints. Needs to pierce a hole. And he did to Membry. I don't think it was meant for Membry, but it got there. And they're the Terrelgan Flyer.
Stevie, distance. Talk to me.
Well, he had a shot from just about the identical spot here in the first quarter. And he made the distance, but he slightly missed it to the right-hand side.
Apologies to Chris, but actually was.
Yeah, that was a beautiful floater. Harvey Norman replay. Picked him out, and it had to be perfect, and it was.
He's got the breeze behind him here.
This for a 17-point margin. We're on the Telstra logo, kick at 52. Punt road in Membry. Long kick won't be a goal. Get to the teeth of goal. And fisted through by De Koning for a rush behind. 9-9-63. Collingwood lead by 12 points. 7-9-51 the Saints. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Sinclair wastes no time. Goes into the pocket for Wilkie. No Pye comes at him, so he strolls outside the defensive 50. Finds Flanders again, who tries to kick the Liam Ryan. It was well read from Chris. Leaving a nice patch in defence for the Magpies. Takes the intercept mark. Right on the wing. Inboard to Pendlebury.
What are Taru's numbers, Ash?
Sorry?
Taru, what's his numbers?
Taru for Triple M RZ, 4 disposals, 1 mark.
Quaynor, and they go backwards all the way to Frampton, and they want to come out this member's side. They've spread the field. They've made it big. Houston, all the time in the world. Again, they want to just poke it through the corridor. Lipinski, edge of the square on the wing.
They certainly don't like going long to a contest or taking the safe option. They're willing to work it around, take the uncontested marks, and then here it goes that one to centre-half forward.
Yeah, Nick Dacos goes into the corridor. Look at the Darcy Cameron. It was a good option. The kick was good. De Koning gave away the free kick.
Time back on.
And now Darcy Cameron will have a shot 50 metres out, almost dead in front to extend the 12-point lead.
Well, Stevie, you're all over it, so they were really struggling to find a way through. Weren't scoring, couldn't get those D50 chains going.
Clear out.
It's not a free kick, is it?
No, it's just a little bit of by play here. Houston trying to get the handball. Man, what are the scores? D50 to forward 50.
Yeah, so in the first half they could only generate 2 behinds from their D50. In this quarter alone, Daisy, 2-2-14.
Cameron will kick this.
Stay out, Josh.
Stevie's called it.
Big.
He rates himself as the Oracle. He doesn't get many wrong from right on 50. Darcy Cameron flushes it. Goal umpire doesn't move. And it's on again. Bruzzy Maynard wants to go straight at Tom De Koning to let him know how much he's on. And they come from everywhere. But the Pies get out to a game-high 18-point lead. Everyone's involved. It's a full-on 36-player melee.
Even
Pendles.
He doesn't really want to be in there, Pendles, I don't think.
He doesn't want to find.
10 seconds.
It'll be 18-point lead.
No, he doesn't want to find.
Long pockets, short arms. Hey,
Pendles doesn't want to find.
51 by 69. 3 minutes 20 left. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Well, it was a good call from you again, Stevie. He wasn't going to miss.
But it's good. It's daring football. I think St Kilda's had opportunities and they've gone long sort of to the junction type of area, whereas Collingwood, in comparison, have gone straight to centre-half forward and said, we're going to win this contest and have a shot on goal. And it's worked for them twice already in this quarter.
5 goals to 2 in this quarter. De Koning gets a free kick out of the middle. He sets a long one up with the left foot. Sharman with the flyer from the back. Had a good piece of it. Couldn't mark it. Ball at ground level. Fed it off. Wilson squares it up. Looking for Flanders. Couldn't mark it. There's a player down behind play. Houston. Dacos. That's Nick. Back to Frampton. Frampton goes wide. But a Frampton ball. That's a good one though. And juggling mark out there by the young man in Parker. Chips the footy to De Goey. De Goey at half-back. Collingwood by 18 points. 2 minutes 42 to go in this third term.
They've dominated this quarter, Collingwood. Heard the call, it was touched. Wilkie just nudged his opponent under the footy and Buller, as he does so often. De Koning, Taru, short to Max Hall, right on the wing. 2 minutes 20 left on the clock.
See, they've got 2 players inside there. Take it. Here they go. They're going to open up for him now.
Wilkie inboard to Windhager.
He's got Sinclair.
Instead of staying in the corridor, he goes lateral, which doesn't help them.
You got it. Once you get it into the middle of the ground, you've got to look forward with your next option. Instead, they've gone lateral, which gives Collingwood an opportunity to push back defensively and cover the holes.
Yeah, it was Carroll or Sinclair. They were the 2 options. Sinclair was the one who was forward on the 45. Carroll, the easy kick lateral. They went with that one.
Instead, it ends up with Caminiti. So he just has to go safe. They get a free kick really out of nothing in that one. It was Maynard who was holding Rowan Marshall, who was the injured player down only a moment ago.
Darcy Wilson's fat side by himself doing star jumps.
Marshall instead keeps it skinny, goes into the pocket and finds Boxall. He's taken the mark 35 metres out, but on the wrong side for a right footer. And this will be some sort of kick.
Yeah, it's the toughest pocket. at the MCG. He'll need to pull one out of the box short.
And he went with the drop punt. He's given it a good ride. He's hit the post. And it goes through from behind. 7:10:52 plays Collingwood 10-9-69. 17-point lead of the Maggies. Just over a minute to go. Robbo, bit of news down there, Bob Jane.
Yeah, Marshall, he was got crunched in a heavy marking contest. Flagged the doctors away. They looked at the video, rubbing the back of his head. They'll assess this at three-quarter time. Well, Marshall, the big fella.
If the Pies are happy just to chip it around for the last minute, or do they go for another goal to make it 4 goals to difference? There's your answer. Dacos went straight up the middle of the ground. It was a dangerous kick, and the Saints turned it over. Windhager went one way within the other. Garcia on the end of it. Point of the square, wants to move. Saints would love one late 2. Get it back to 2 goals. Garcia into the pocket. The leads come. Wanganeen's there. Can't mark it. Off hands. Perryman, bouncing ball. Josh Dacos chips a footy. Now the Pies have got it. Dacos at half back. To the lead. It's going to be a mark. Downfield free kick. They'll keep running. He's your man. He's already kicked 3. Elliott goes for home himself. Bouncing ball. Jamie Elliott misses.
Clear.
Rule for 1 behind and down to 14 seconds. 18-point margin. 70 plays 62.
Romo's just flagged it. We got a good look at that on the Harvey Norman. Sharman went up. He put his knee right in the back of Marshall's head inside forward 50. So that concussion, keep an eye on that.
There's only 7 seconds left on the clock, so there won't be enough time for a score, despite Houston giving away a free kick, unless it's a 50. The siren will sound, and Collingwood with a dominant quarter. 5 goals to 2. They lead by 18 points heading into the last change. Pendlebury's arguing with the umpires. There's feeling in this, and there's a game to be won to finish opening round. There's Wanganeen Miller. He's still having some words. There was a scuffle at halftime as well.
No, that's clear free.
And eventually they head off into their huddles. Collingwood leading by 18, I should say. McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Bunnings Trade. Bunnings Trade is backing National Apprenticeship Week. A shout out to the apprentices, employers and trainers who keep our trade industry moving.
From McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
when the footy's on and you can't miss a moment, get Macca's delivered for a 99-cent delivery fee. Only on the My Macca's app.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Toyota. Toyota Tundra. Ready for everything.
It's a big quarter of footy from the Pies. The third term, they kick 5 goals to 2. They lead by 17 points at three-quarter time. 10-10-70 to 7-10-52. Let's head down to the boundary. The Robbo for Bob Jane team Arts.
Yeah, big news out of the St Kilda camp because Rowan Marshall taken into the rooms. 15-minute concussion test, got a whack in the head, big contest and near the teeth of goal. So one of their big men is out. They're going to have to assess that. They looked at the video. And Daisy, you're right on it. A good smack in the back of the head will do that. So he's in there being tested. I think it's a 15-minute protocol, isn't it?
Red Z lending stats.
Collingwood super efficient in that third quarter. 13 entries for 5 goals, 5. And they generated 2-3 alone in that third term from D50. Opposed only 2 behinds in the first half. Nick Dacos, 31 touches.
A few melees in that third quarter, Daisy.
Bit of feeling in this one. So Garcia's gone to Dacos, and he's done a decent, although the 31 touches, he's done a good enough job in trying to put him off the game. He's been scrapping and scragging behind the footy, so there's some feeling there. And the Wanganeen Miller, he's been the one that the Pies have been really keen to get to at any opportunity and have some words too. Looks like he's going to go to half back here in this final term, so a bit of a magnet move there from Ross Lyon, but it sets up, Stevie, the Pies, if they're good enough to continue to build the ball up, they look the most dangerous, but St Kilda, when they just play rather than think about it and try and go laterally and less aggressive, for me, if they want to go straight, hard and fast, that's when they've had their best looks.
100%, and they've been able to do that in some games of footy last year where they had to roll the dice and they got some real results from it. There's no decision to be made here for them. They have to take the game on like Collingwood were prepared to do in that third quarter. So let's see what happens. Wanganeen Malera to the half-back flank. He'll be running into the centre bounce straight away.
Nick Dacos starting on the wing, on this side of the wing, the Coventry side with Bradley Hill. You don't see that too often, Nick Dacos starting on the wing. Ash, just a couple of the high numbers too.
Outside Nick Dacos, Josh Dacos, 26. Sinclair with 24, but Wanganeen Miller at just the one touch in that third quarter.
The McDonald's Ream hot water. Triple M Rocks footy. Fourth quarter underway. Pies by 18. And they just surge the ball forward from the centre bounce. McCreary's giving chase. Flanders tracked it back. Kicks it into the middle. There's an aggressive kick straight up into the centre circle. But it was Houston who read it first. And he goes wide to the wing that Brownie just told us where Nick Dacos started. Inboard to Jamie Elliott. Sees a player free. It was Membry. Kick wasn't great. Chopping it off was Max Hall. And they want to get it moving. You can already see a change of intent from the Saints. Sharman. Sinclair running on the outside. He's kicked to Wilson. Sinclair continues to run on. He should get it back. He will. Now Collingwood have to come forward, which means Ryan is on his own in the pockets. And a good build-up from St Kilda. Although it is going to be a tough kick for Liam Ryan. Looking it from the 50-metre line on the boundary, wrong side for a right footer.
And that's why I like to see Nassau half-back alongside Sinclair, because when it's only Sinclair, you can easily take away. He's the one they try and get the ball in the hand of, and that's draws such a crowd. Sinclair has 3 involvements in that passage of play. Only one of the few times tonight he's had that luxury of being out in open space.
This is a real low percentage shot. I'd stay alert if I was a Collingwood defender for the pull kick late.
Just 5 disposals for Ryan. There'll be some sort of way to endear himself to the Saints fans. He said to Stevie J, shut your mouth, I got this. I got this. Shut your mouth. And that is his first goal in Saints colours. They come from everywhere, and it is an important one to start the fourth term. Goes back from what Stevie said was almost impossible.
I never said impossible. I said it's a low percentage.
You said he couldn't kick it.
I said it's low percentage.
He said, I don't like it, he won't kick it.
Triple M Toyota Tundra scoreboard. The Toyota Tundra, ready for everything.
Yeah, look at those Tundras.
No, but Brian was asked. I asked Brian about them. I said, would I look good in one? He said, not sure. You're not big enough, but I'll see. There you go. I'm keen.
How much bigger you need to get? Come on, Brian. It's encouraging.
He said they're pretty sort of big cars.
Yeah, they are.
Joey's not big enough.
That's what Brian said, yeah.
It's a wombat.
That photo? It's
called a wombat for a reason.
Sunday rub
Save it for round 4. We're being nice.
Here we go. Was it an old one?
He's got to be So back in the middle, the Saints get the first one. Stevie upset that Ryan kicked the goal. Drop ball down there, opportunity, but Chris cleaned it up. Give Nick Dacos the ball. Slapped in, kept in. Well done, only as far as Hill. Hill with the right foot, back inside 450 to Higgins. Can't mark it. 1 by 2. Houston. That's going to go out of bounds on the full free kick to Hill. Saints peppering the goals at the moment.
A slow reset here by the Collingwood backs. So Owens is out and Flying.
Yeah, Flying wants it in the pocket.
He's got a spot here too, Flying.
Hill didn't give it enough. Owens flew instead. Taru's moved forward. Oh, Frampton again. Billy. Go on. Billy's done it again. Oh, Billy boy.
Come on, Billy.
This time it was Higgins that got him. And while Frampton does some good stuff, he does some stuff that Collingwood fans go, oh no, there wasn't much he could do there. He just held on it a bit long. Higgins was all over him, sniffed an opportunity. And if he can snap this around the body from 30, all of a sudden it'll be back to 6. He's got it. 2 in a row to start the quarter for St Kilda. There's a different energy about them. And they go to 9-10-64. Collingwood 10-10-70. Early stages, fourth quarter. Triple M Toyota Tundra scoreboard.
It's the third time we've spoken about it with Frampton, but he feels for contact first. The first instinct is to swat away any sort of pressure. He knows it's there. And he missed again.
And that's his prior.
Yeah, and that's gone as soon as you do that. So that needs to get out of his game. But this is good pressure here from St Kilda. They needed to lift. That number was down in the third quarter, only went at 145 as a pressure rating. So they've upped the ante here. The fire starter from Ryan. Now Higgins, a couple of blokes who've had quiet nights. And once they get the tails up, it is a completely different energy.
I find it very strange to have Nick Dacos on the wing when they're being beaten out of the clearances early stages last quarter. So ball up in the middle.
St Kilda.
Free kick to go to the Saints. Everything's going St Kilda's way at the moment. Quick give to Flanders, smothered off the boot. McCreary will be the first one there. He left it for Steele, who couldn't take it with him. That'll be a free kick too high. Saints again. Here's Stevie's man, Darcy Wilson. He'll go from 55. He's a big kick of the footy. Are you going to back him in, Stevie?
I don't think so, Nate. No, I'm not.
for Darcy Wilson. He's got the moz on him now.
Jack, watching Jack.
Can he go from downtown? Chips it into the pocket and a great kick out of bounds. The pass was on, it just wasn't a great kick.
Yeah, it was. It was DeConey who came out. His direct opponent in Cameron, it would have been, was stuck on the goal line. So the kick was on.
Who's that celebrity on the Harvey Norman there?
That's Sway Lee.
Who's that?
The rapper. From the throw-in, Mitch Owens wrapped up in a tackle.
Never heard
Talking
of
a bit of Swally.
Never heard of him.
Let me know. Look him up.
Got plenty of chains.
No, that's 2 Chains, different guy.
From the ball up, Max Hall just grabs it out of the contest, threw it on the boots, but went wayward, out of bounds on the full.
What sort of stuff does he sing, Ash?
That's our 5.
No idea for Red Z Brownie.
That was his famous hit.
That was his big one.
Yeah. No
Top
idea.
the charts in 2025, no idea. 6-point lead of the Pies. They've got it deep in defence. It's Maynard.
Maynard to the outer side. Pies haven't really been inside forward 50 yet this quarter. They get a free kick here to Schultz.
All yours.
So the adjustment will be here. Ross Lyon will be looking for no uncontested marks. Force them long, kick it back to us. It wasn't the case in that second quarter there.
Saints have got the first 2 of the last quarter. They look dangerous at the moment. Kick towards centre wing. Tried to paddle it on there. Only Silvani was there. Wanganeen Millera chips the footy. Wasn't a great kick. Umpire called play on. I thought it was a free kick. It was a late call by the umpire. And Schultz will go back. Another free kick against McRae. Not the best night.
Nick Dacos has had a magnificent night.
33 touches.
He's still got a bit left in him. The kick was aggressive, but it was sensational to DeGoey. 2 kicks from home. He wanted to wheel and go. Instead, he handballed to Josh Dacos, who comes out to the members' side. McCreary, good spoil from Brad Hill. We don't say that often. Taru went hard, coming the other way. Windhager, McCreary with strength. Handball to Parker. Goes into the pocket. Pies are queuing up. Elliott. Membry left it for him. Couldn't quite take the mark. And the Saints still under pressure, but they work it out nicely. And Windhager finds Sharman.
Great kick.
Sharman couldn't take it. The pressure came, and the pressure won out of the end. Collingwood win the footy back. DeGoey went over his head. Windhager had to go hard. Did. DeConing was in there. Crisp. Good handball. Perryman. Another one wide. Steele will pick it up just outside forward 50. Looks in. Surveys the scene. Chips the footy. Bounces nowhere. And then straight back to Wilkie, who's almost run down. McCreary picks it up and misses. 7-point lead to the Pies. 71 plays 64. Toyota Tundra scoreboard.
Been a bit off tonight, hasn't he, Wilkie?
Yeah, it was a great chase. Just thought he had extra time.
Kick in goes to Hill, who takes the one-on-one. Owens let it bounce at the back. Tries to arch and break the tackle. Good effort from Parker. Hall, he does break some tackles. Feeds it back to Brad Hill on the wing. Short kick, good one for DeConing. Garcia running past. Maynard wants to kill him. He did try, but then he had to pull out because he would have given away a free kick. And it's a bad kick anyway. And Josh Dacos mops it up and pops it up. And pops it up out of bounds, but offhand. So to be thrown in 60 metres around from St Kilda's goal. Good feel about this one. Did you see Maynard's eyes when it was
Yeah, loved it. He shouldn't have been calling for that ball. He had an opportunity to be patient, go back and choose the right option going forward, energise the handball, and you can see it happening from a mile away.
Just on the feel here, it looks like the Pies are starting to slow. St Kilda are the ones with the tails up.
DeConing trying to take it out of the ruck, dropped it, picked it up, and then went bang inside forward 50. Nobody could take it cleanly. Side bottom tackle to the ground. They'll have a ball up. Robbo, Bob Jane, T-March.
Yeah, Rowan Marshall out of the rooms. Usually he's sitting in the front stalls, but he's gone to the back of the bus. So I know we've got no subs or whatever, but he is sitting just outside of all the players. So could be gone for the evening, Marshall.
Not a good sign to the Saints. Well done, Robbo. Good pick up. DeConing's got his name written all over this one and takes it again. He's been good in his first outing for the Saints. He'll hoik a left footer. Eventually goes backwards and finds Windhager. Windhager into the middle of the ground to Wilkie. All Australian last year. Left foot to the outer side. Sinclair. Normally very good with the small little chipping ball. This one back to Windhager. Point of the square. Slow build up for the Saints.
Silvani's pushed.
Silvani's push. So too is Sharman. Couldn't take it. Ball hit the ground level. Owens shoveled it forward. Dangerous footy. Ryan, tackled by McCreary. Good tackle. Higgins, left foot, screwed it back. Opportunity, called to play on. Was it 15? Wilson, outside of the foot. That's going to be play on. Umpire should have played holding the ball. Didn't. Ball jarred free. Garcia had a fumble. Come in Ryan. He couldn't take it.
What?
And that's holding the ball.
Jeez, bit going on there. Take a breath, Brownie.
Led with the head, I think, is the reason.
Collingwood free kick.
Maynard lucky not to get done holding the ball there. Touch, didn't hear it, don't mind the call. And as we have a look here, Harvey Norman, and it was the head down from flying home. And that is your prior gone. It's a tough one. There wasn't a heap in it. And now it's 50. And he's going to give another one
by himself here.
And the Pies have got the corridor completely open. So McCreary kicks it as far as he can. Buller has had a tough night. Couldn't take the mark. St Kilda get back. There are players running on fumes at the moment. Great rundown tackle from Schultz on Darcy Wilson. And he forced him to kick it out of bounds on the fall. All the Pies fans give him a standing ovation, including Daisy Thomas. And it's going to be Roan Steele who'll have the shot. 50 metres out. On the boundary. He doesn't. He kicks it low and flat. Jamie Elliott in front. Second, third bite. He's got it. Huge mark in the context of this game. 20 metres out straight in front.
Well done there from Steele. He identified that he was too far out to kick the goal. Played on quickly. And then just lowered the eyes. Put it in front of Elliott. It was good enough to take it on the second grab.
Goes around the corner instead. He gets the goal. And just give the Pies a bit of breathing space once again. They're 11-11-77. St Kilda 9-10-64. Back out to 13 points. Triple M Toyota Tundra scoreboard.
Well, that one goes down to Lockie Schultz and the effort that he provided. The exit kick. Wilson, he didn't have a whole lot to go to. So he had to try and look, assess. And in doing so, Schultz put his head down. He was absolutely gassed, but good enough to make the tackle. And that was a smart kick, as you say, Stevie. I love it. It wasn't the little lobby high one. It was a punch kick. And the first to react are often the forward. And the crowd, they're involved. They're starting to have their say.
Bit of friendly fire from Rowan Marshall over the back. From Sharman. Just looking at him on the Harvey Norman replay at the moment, looking very dejected. So he doesn't look like he'll take any further part in the game. 13-point lead. Dacos went after it. Pendlebury's handball was slick. Trying to look for Darcy Cameron. Couldn't take it. Got it back Pendlebury. Then fed it out to Lipinski. Lipinski's a good user. That's brilliant. Can't mark it back there. Going in hard with the Saints at half back. And they win it back with a 1-2. Collingwood's tackle pressure outstanding. And it forces them to win it back again. Pendlebury.
Just takes all the time in the world. Finds long. And he finds the mark in McCreary. 55 out, but he wants to take his time. Let everyone get their breath, set their defence, and then just build it up. So he goes lateral to Josh Dacos. St Kilda have all folded back. They'll be in no rush, Collingwood.
Smart. It's smart from McCreary. Just understanding everybody wanted him to roll and go get it in deep. Now they've been able to set up.
Went back to McCreary, and now he tries to kick it into the pocket to Elliott. And over his head, Silvani been very good in his first game as a Saint. This ball's in the pocket, just in from the boundary line. Mason Wood over it, shoveled it out. Flanders couldn't get rid of it. McCreary, another possession. That was touched though off the hands and out of bounds. Throw in 35 metres around from the Collingwood goal. There is 10 minutes 43 on the clock, and the Maggies lead by 13.
Tom, you take Dacos in the front. Just go back to boundary.
The Pies would love to break it open here. Get out to a 3+ margin. Halfway through the last term, 2 goals to 1 in favour of the Saints, but the Pies lead by 13. Ed Allen, underground handball to McCreary, starting to come into it. Top of the square kick. Saints got the numbers and fisted away by Boxall from outside the square. Wasting, not really wanting any sort of issues in the air. And he just put it through. 14-point margin in favour of the Pies, 78 plays 64.
Move it on!
Nazwaluda kicking in. Went short to Carroll, and he'll run past and want it back. Gets it. Pops it over to Garcia. He'll want to get it again. He might try and go the whole length of the field. Third possession. Kicks it towards half forward. Goes to Flying Ryan. Gets over the back. Maynard's been magnificent tonight. Pushed Sharman as he kicked it off the ground. Quaynor first into it. In the pocket. Great handball in board. Frampton. Billy. He's done one of his. Billy again. Turned it over. Straight to Filippo. And the Saints are queuing up in the goal square. Sharman dropped a simple mark. Can you believe it? Owens over it. Collingwood. Maynard. Top of the square. Scrambling. Houston almost handed it to Pendlebury. Now William Ryan had his head taken off. And the umpire there didn't call it, but the other one did. And eventually, Saints will have their shot at goal. A scrambled ball once again. And Ryan, who kicked the first of the final term, will need to steady, go back to kick his second, and get it back within 8.
Billy.
Steal 2 metres. Perfect, thank you. Brad, get out, please.
Come on, Billy.
One more metre.
Sideways.
He's going to go around the body.
Clear out 5 metres behind.
Umpires making sure everyone's out of the protected zone. Now he snaps. And he hooked it too much. Liam Ryan will be disappointed with that. One behind. St Kilda 65, Collingwood 78. Triple M Toyota Tundra scoreboard. Toyota Tundra ready for everything.
He's dropped a few tonight, Sharman, hasn't he?
Well, that's the biggest let-off of the night. That had to be taken. They were out. There was no one near him.
There was no one there. I think his teammate might have sort of got in his way or in his vision, maybe.
You've been very kind. If it was a watermelon, he'd have pips all over him, Steve.
Can't get through this.
Going to have to take these uncontested marks out quickly, St Kilda.
The Pies, slow build-up, not a great kick. Coming in was Owens. 13-point margin. 60 out from goal against the boundary. Out of side, Shane Warne-Stan. Chips the footy up. Ryan is the target. Can't mark it. Hit the ground level. Pendlebury got it going quickly. Paul picked it up from ground level. Philippou got it out. Bradley Hill diving. Should have made a better effort. Dacos. Nick. Hands and knees. Handball. Now we'll have a ball up. Just inside forward 50 for the Saints. 8 minutes 15 to go. Collingwood lead by 13 points.
Just that crowd's come through, Joey. It's a record home and away attendance for the Saints, 82,528.
Well, they want to see a win, though. That's what they came for, the Saints fans. Filippo picks it up off the ground. Didn't see much of Filippo's second half. We'll get his numbers. His handball just went straight to Josh Dacos. His quick kick, won by Wilkie. Important one-on-one against Membry. Sinclair, point of the square, half forward. Switches to Silvani. Sharman has space. Kick goes in that direction. It was perfect. And Sharman's dropped another one.
He's got symbols for hands at the moment.
And then Liam Ryan, from more of an impossible angle than his previous. It was a good attempt. He's kicked his second behind of the quarter. And they're doing it by ones at the moment. It's not going to be enough, but it's back to an even 2 goals. 66 plays 78. Filippo's numbers too.
It can't be that slippery.
He had 12 in the first half, just 5 in the second half. 17 for the game.
Well, symbol Sharman.
Outside 5.
But they're good looks. Like it's not as if there's a whole leap
down
of
his throat.
Josh Dacos,
the other one.
lead up. Schultz has been very good tonight.
And then you see a mark like that with a bloke right behind him. Kick coming lower and harder, and he just one grab.
Michael Roberts, Bob Jane teammates.
Query off the ground, hanging a wing. So they're working on his right shoulder. So in a lot of pain too, McQuarrie. So he's a tough boy. See if he can last the distance.
Ball's on centre wing. Darcy Cameron, that's a very good mark. Contested style. They needed something to break it up, then the Pies, and they got it. Along down the line mark. Contested marks tonight, Ash.
Move it on.
Triple M Red Z lending stats. 7-4 Collingwood's way. Cameron's taken 2 of them.
Pendlebury chips the footy to Schultz.
Play on.
Schultz back to Pendlebury. Precious seconds coming off the clock. 12-point margin, 6.5 to go. Pendlebury goes backwards to Josh Dacos. Had a stack of it.
34.
Here's Billy.
Oh, no.
Oh, Billy.
Just stop. Just stop.
What's he going to do? He's going to go back.
Good boy.
That's better.
There's the Bronxies.
And they've gone on and they're giving it back to him.
St Kilda's got to get some urgency here, though, and push up and take away the uncontested marks.
Maynard takes it on and then pumps it inside forward 50, looking for the Flyers. And there's only Saints players there and it's out of bounds.
Seth.
78 plays, 66. Collingwood by 12 points, 6 minutes 10 to go.
Rocks.
Wrong end of the field for the Saints. Magpies generally love this situation. 6 minutes on the clock, up by 2 goals. All their experiences out on the field. Throw in, short. Garcia on Nick Dacos. He fumbled it. Nick Dacos picked it up. His kick was smothered. Pendlebury. Is that going to be considered a little shrug?
They've looked after the old boy there.
Everyone thought it was.
Thank you.
Just with Pendlebury, Joe, he's only played 52% game time, 24 disposals, 10 score involvements.
He might play for another 5 years, too. Side bottom on the left, around the body, top of the square. Here he is again, Pendlebury. Can he take it cleanly? He can, but they wrap him up.
I'm going through. Good.
He could play this role for a number of years if he just plays.
Just a rule change that comes in and somehow suits him to the ground. Saints have got the green sign up.
The goal here just about win it for the Pies. Josh Dacos stepped in and stepped out but got tackled and he got ragdolled holding the ball. Sinclair got him.
Did you shoot the text down, Joey, to get the green sign up?
Done away with the mullet, Sinclair, so a little bit shorter at the back. Here's Wilkie. Has a bounce at half back. Not a lot to kick to. Symbols is leading. He's not going to get it. Goes shorter to Nazai Wanganeen-Miller. Bouncing ball inside forward 50 was a bit scrappy for a man of his ability, and Chris come through, took it, gave it to Nick Dacos, got it back from Parker, and he chips it wide to hold the footy up. Lipinski and Schultz.
Saints have rolled back again defensively, but that's not going to help them. They need to win the ball back. Parker sweeps it to side bottom. Chips it into the pocket. He'll be disappointed. He's missed the target. It was a relatively easy one for him. Longno picks it up. He squares it up over the head of Carroll. Allen, can he get it? They just need one score, Collingwood. And another holding the ball. But there are a lot of tired bodies out here right now. Saints can hardly run.
They've got to go aggressive.
They're queuing up in the corridor. Windhager just blasted it on the boot. And it went straight to Darcy Cameron. Taru just got an important little fist in. And there's a free kick again to St Kilda.
Sharman's pushes forward.
He's the only one, though.
Yeah. That wasn't a great option to handball. Owens was strong enough to break 3 tackles. Throw it on the boot, but Collingwood get back. It's Frampton. Handballs to Quaynor. They're just not quite thinking it through here, St Kilda.
They haven't handled these last couple of minutes well, have they?
Nah, it's been random. Ross not happy on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Harvey Norman loves footy, kick off the season with super savings. TV, soundbars, get set to catch all the action. Harvey Norman in store online. 12-point lead, 3.5 minutes to go for the Pies.
Well, they've got to push up here, St Kilda, because there's Collingwood have spread the ground, stretched it, which is what you want to do if you're in their position, so you can find the spare. It's very easy to identify it. But St Kilda, so Jack Sinclair's doing the work for 3. Frampton goes short to Dacos. Now they've finally got up and looked like they're numbered off.
They've done it. And they've held Collingwood into the back pocket with Dacos. Possession number what, Ash?
38.
Triple M Red Z lending. To Koning. Marks it. He'll send it back inside forward 50. Gives the handball off to Bradley Hill, who was under pressure. And he has to go wide. And because of that, it's out of bounds. So Taru gives one off that he shouldn't have. And then they give it to Bradley Hill in a bad position. Earlier on in the quarter, they gave it to Garcia, who was on his left, running in a bad position. So just St Kilda giving the ball up positions they possibly shouldn't.
82,528. The official crowd, as Two-Man told us. 3 minutes to go, 12-point lead to Collingwood. Pendlebury been magnificent. Nick Dacos involved. He's been the best man on the ground. There he is again. Handball forward. McCreary, the wing that Robbo told us was no good, is now great. Buller, I should say. He's kicked. Looking for Elliott. Brad Fuller.
It's a blast from the past.
And now St Kilda win it back. Silvani, short to Koning. So he's marked it in front of the change gates. They're 2 goals down, 2 minutes 40 on the clock. Collingwood have the spare in D50. Frampton's there, so's Quaynor. Taru can mark it. He got up. Naz is lurking. Crisp. They just give it to Dacos. He's been everywhere. Roan Steele, Crisp again. And then Buller. Haven't called his name too often today, but Jack Buller takes an important mark and happy to slow down the clock. 2:15 left. Collingwood up by 12.
So Fuller. To half forward. Sorry, Joe.
No, you didn't dare. You meant that. That was good.
Bradley Hill. Winding down the clock now. Looks like the Saints. No urgency at all.
Yeah, they don't need to wind the clock down. They've got to really amp this up and get it going, corridor style.
It's on the outer side. To half forward. Out of bounds on the full. You'd have to think that's probably the last shot.
He's actually been really disappointing with his disposal tonight, Darcy Wilson.
27% by foot, Stevie, from his 15 kicks.
Collingwood to Lipinski. Keeps it low and hard, looking for McStay. The ball's out of bounds on the outer side. So it's a 2-goal margin, 12 points. The Saints, if they kick 2, the best they can probably do at the moment is draw it. 78 plays, 66 in favour of the Pies, 1 minute 30 to go.
It'd take something special from Naz if they were to do it again. It's unlikely. He's been well held in the second half. Perryman has been excellent. Darcy Cameron had no ruckman, so he just grabbed it, kicked it forward, and St Kilda have to go the length of the field. Minute 21. Hill still running hard. McCreary still chasing hard. Did enough to make him force the handball backwards. Jack Carroll. Kick into the corridor. Pendlebury patrolling traffic. Been magnificent. Sharman. Couple of efforts. Sinclair. Couldn't take it cleanly. Nick Dacos gets number 40. And the Pies will win opening round. Dacos keeps on running. Handball missed him. So McRae got it to Jack Higgins. 50 seconds on the clock. It goes to a one-on-one. Owens and Frampton. Owens, Frampton, Maynard. He's been magnificent as well. And now they will seal it with Quaynor finding Lipinski and Lockie Schultz on the wing in 60 metres of space.
The outlet kick. Elliott leads up. Kick a little bit. Tie for him. And Wilkie came in, did a good job. Wilkie 3-on-1. Needed to win it. Did. Got the ball out. Filippo to Windhager. Down to 20 seconds. Flanders. Handball's going to be out of bounds. So the Pies will get a free kick on the outer side as the clock ticks. The Collingwood chant goes up. Collingwood bench celebrating down there. Been a big crowd. What was the crowd, Ash?
Yeah, 82,528. Record home and away attendance for the Saints.
And the Pies open their account at the MCG for 2026. The Saints came hard, but eventually couldn't get the job done. Collingwood win by 12. Collingwood led most of the night. They kicked the last 4 goals of the first quarter and got out to 11 points. It was 2 at half time and then 5 goals to 2 in that third quarter, set up a 17-point lead. Eventually, a 12-point margin saw them home. DeGoey was very good. Pendlebury was outstanding. Nick Dacos again. We're going to get an interview off one of the broadcasters in a moment. I think Daisy's gone down to the Collingwood room just to have a chat with Robbo, to a couple of Collingwood players. So that's all coming up. So Craig McRae signing autographs. But a good start to Collingwood. St Kilda came in much fancied. A lot of player changes at that football club. A lot of good players coming in as well. And Collingwood seem to be an ageing list with a lot of young players coming through. But again tonight, Nick Dacos, 40-plus disposals, getting the job done. 11-12, 78 Collingwood. 9-12, 66 the Saints. A 12-point lead in front of 82,000 people. Give us some of those high ball numbers.
Spoke about Nick Dacos, Brownie. 41 disposals, 2 off equaling his PB. 11 score involvements. Josh Dacos racked up 36. Dan Houston, 28. That's a PB for him since crossing to Collingwood. Maynard, 27. And Pendlebury, 26 disposals, had 10 score involvements. And for the Saints, 35 to Jack Sinclair, 29 to Windhager. Wangane Millera, just 19. First time he's been held to less than 20 from his previous 39 consecutive matches.
Get down to Channel 7 with Abby. Got the Dacos brothers with her.
Performance was sort of worked on some of our time possession stuff, and I thought we were able to do that unbelievably. St Kilda are giving us spares behind the ball, so we thought we'd use them. They were running some different tactics, and I thought we used that against them, so it was great.
Josh, just a lazy 77 disposals between the two of you tonight. Are you pretty happy to get through pre-season and be able to put all your hard work into action here tonight?
Oh, absolutely. This is the best 3 hours of the week. Similar to what Nick said, we're super excited for this game. Amazing crowd here tonight, and we knew they were going to come all night, and yeah, we played a great four-quarter effort.
There was a bit of heat in this one. I mean, we're so used to seeing Windhager lock on you. That didn't happen early. You had 32 uncontested possessions. Did that surprise you that you were able to have so much space, particularly in that first half?
Not really. Like we've spoken about, we feel like when a team tags, we really expose it, and we're able to do that in the second half, fortunately, right from the outset. So we plan for everything each week. There's a lot of dynamic players we have, and we feel like if they want to tag one of us, whether it's Geordie, Josh, Hooter, whoever it is, we can expose it.
What about some of the names that are missing? I mean, your captain, Darcy Moore, obviously Big Howie down back as well. To be able to get a win like this, opening round, it must give you a lot of confidence in the depth that you have at the club.
Absolutely. We run deep in the back line. I thought a few of the boys are unbelievable. Will Parker was outstanding. Billy Frampton, all the boys back there. Isaac Quainer, I thought was unbelievable. And yeah, it was a great effort from the boys, and we look forward to getting those additions back.
Go and enjoy this. Magpie Army are ready to celebrate with you. Good job.
Fair effort for the Dacos brothers. 77 possessions between them tonight. That is outstanding. Probably the number 1 and 2 on the ground. The Pies have won by 12 points at the MCG. 11-12-78 to 9-12-66. Down to the rooms after the break. Daisy in the Collingwood rooms for McDonald's Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Toyota. Toyota Tundra. Ready for everything.
For Ream Hot Water.
Triple M rocks footy.
Built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream.
What suits you, sir?
Melbourne. Start your day with Mick in the morning.
Max Gorn.
Look at you, Lululemon.
I wear Lululemons.
Do you?
Yes, I do. I'm one of the derps. Me and Jim Jeffries. He said, mate, when you're touring, he said, get the Lululemon. I thought he'd lost his mind until I popped him on. And
in the nicest way possible. I don't think Lululemon is after Mick Malloy and Jim Jeffries as their ambassadors.
Start your day with Mick in the morning with Roo, Titus and Rosie. Weekdays from 6 on Melbourne's Triple M.
Heading away? See Rapid Tune for all your automotive needs. Rapid Tune will keep you moving.
They kickstart what's going to be a big campaign on a big note, because we know the Saints it was a big night for your footy club. They got the 82,000+ in the house that they wanted. They demanded it. They wanted the spotlight. They've gone out. They recruited aggressively, and they just weren't quite good enough. They stuffed up a few big moments, if we're being completely honest, and they'll be disappointed within that, but that's where the growth will come.
Missed opportunities by the Saints. There was a mark and also about 3 set shot goals, about 35 metres out that they should have done.
Yeah, and there's if you're just going complete contrast, it's a professional outfit that's been there and done it at the highest level on the last day and been in these massive moments for a long time, coming up against a side that wants to be there. So they'll learn from that. You learn. All you can do is put yourself in the position to make sure that you're better for it next time. Old Swan Lee, the rapper here, he has drawn a crowd, a serious crowd.
No, he's drawn the players as crowd.
Yeah.
Like, we're waiting for Bowen. We're going to get him over here on Triple M now.
We'll get Bruzzy on the way through as well. Yeah. Why not? All the boys. It's just a happy time.
Whack those cans on.
Bobo. What can you tell us about Swiley?
I was pretty rattled, to be honest with you, when I seen him. But been a big fan for a while, so it's pretty cool to see him in here.
Copped a nice little stinger on the right shoulder, had some work on. The blue line came up on your name. Didn't think you were going to get back on the ground. Came up okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, to be honest with you. It sort of happened in the second, and it just went a bit numb, and then kept playing, and every time I hit it kept hurting, but we pushed through these things.
We were just talking about it. How are you coming into this first game? There's a lot of unknowns. You think you're flying, you think you've had a good pre-season, and then you get out there and you've got to almost wait and see how it all goes. What'd you make of that first hit out?
100%, yeah, it was pretty tough. We were a bit unsure on how it would be. We've obviously had an unreal pre-season, so we knew we were in good stead. We've been training the house down, so it was good to get out there. We knew if we played our system and what we want to do with pressure, fight, setting the field up, stuff like that, we knew we'd come out on top.
I reckon at half-time, Saints went in front, but your intensity, the club's intensity, the side's intensity after half-time, nailed it, I reckon, in that first 15 minutes. That decided the game, I reckon.
Yeah, we've been in that position so many times, so I feel like we always go in at half-time, we might be down, but the confidence is definitely there, and we know we can run these blokes off their feet. So we know we've got a fit team and we can go all day.
Hey, give us the idea too. Pendles didn't come on until the 20-minute mark of the first quarter. Then De Goey was off for a long time in the second, just resting some old legs. Timing's everything. Beautifully coached. It all worked.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I've seen Geordie stuck on the bench for a bit. I don't know how happy he was about that. But then, we heard in the pressure, the start of the game, the Pendles was going to be off for a bit. So save the legs. We got the win, so boys will be fresh for next week, I'm sure.
Felt like there was some serious feeling out there. Got tense at times. You must love it when it becomes round one or opening round and there's 82,000, but it's straight back into it.
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of feeling out there. I think old Bruzzy Maynard started that one. I sort of looked over my shoulder and he was into it and I was a bit rattled, but we love to see that. Obviously, big crowd and big game, so we're stoked to come out on top.
St Kilda missed some opportunities. There was a Sharman mark that he put down and grasped pretty close to goal, and they lost some set shots. They lost their way a little bit. Do you reckon the pressure got to some of their youngsters?
Well, I think the pressure gets to anyone. Doesn't matter if they're young or old, and that's our one-wood pressure. So, yeah, obviously we cherish little moments, and we play them little moments so well, and I think that's what gets you over the line at the end of the day.
You will be delighted because that was that especially last 5-6 minutes seemed to manage the moment, build the ball up, keep it off them, make them defend. It is something you pride yourselves on, but it must be nice to execute the first time you get a chance.
100%. We pride ourselves on that chaos ball, the back and forth stuff, because our pressure's so elite. But then to be able to slow it down and hit them shorts and just kill the game is obviously another skill to be able to execute that. It's good to see.
And one last one with Pendles. I tell you what, this new rule, no sub, just rest him. He could play another year or so.
Yeah, I know. We might get another few out of him. It's been good. We tested a few of the trial games. I only played a couple of quarters, so I think it's going to work well for a few of the old leagues.
How are you? How is your foot? You had some surgeries over the off-season. How are you? How are you tracking?
Unreal. Yeah, there's a bit of uncertainty with me coming back. I thought I might miss a few, but I was pushing pretty hard to get back on the field and get fit quickly, and had no setbacks luckily. And I feel unreal. I feel fit, strong, powerful. So if I can do that, I think I can play every game.
Look good. Started the year well. All the best for a big year.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks for your time.
Well done. So Bob Jane T-Marts have a great buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. So that was Bo McCreary in for another good year. He's hot on a half forward. Doesn't he love a chase there?
Yeah, mate, he's explosive. And again, like when we talk about the Pies, he's someone last year who didn't have the continuity. He had some foot issues late. He nearly stuffed up the pre-season because he went away. He got told, don't worry about surgery. It should just fix itself. Came back and they said, no, that's not good enough. You're going to have to actually go and sort it out. So good to see him back for round one. And like a host of other players, they look pretty good out there, the Pies.
Yeah, look, it's pretty exciting in here for the Pies, knowing that Darcy Moore's out and also Jeremy Howe, and they really were thin down in that back line with Billy. What about Billy?
Well, he had some moments, so you've got to be careful because he might be around you. But no, when he is your number one defender, and this I don't think he's being too rude or facetious in saying that, you do look a bit light on. He's very good when he just has to lock down a man and he doesn't have to try and bear Darcy Moore as well. Doesn't have to worry about intercepting. He just has to worry about where's my man. I see ball, I punch ball. I don't have to do too much else with ball, which tonight he was forced to do that. And there was a few errors ensuing, but they got away with it. They're thin on, and that's what you got to do. Bank some early wins, and you never know.
You know this, Mob Days. They bob up in big games. They're used to the big crowd. Let's think about what's going on in St Kilda's rooms at the moment. They've got their 4 recruits. They've re-signed Naz. They'd be bitterly disappointed they didn't get the win. But looking at it and looking at that effort, how do you see the Saints?
You've got to put yourself in the moments to learn from them. And you're not going to get them right every time. You're not going to execute perfectly every time. But for St Kilda, it's a learning opportunity. Yes, they would have liked to have done it better, but they didn't. So now they have to figure out, next time we're in this position against what should be a bloody good outfit, they'll be happy to do so. And hello, Brian. I'd love to stop and chat. Brian Taylor here, just doing his roaming Brian as part of the Channel 7 coverage. He's talking about me, I'm talking about here. Hello, Brian, how are you?
The sense for me, how did it all work tonight? What did you think?
The Collingwood performance we thought was just a touch more professional in the end. I guess St Kilda, they want to be there in these big moments. They've spoken about it, and for them, they'll be better for it. They'll be better for the run, for the Pies. They'll be happy just to get through. Obviously a bit light on in defence down there at times, but they were good enough.
And your dad, the former Brownlow medalist, Neil Roberts, is now how old?
He's 93 and just had his 10th great-grandchild, Coco. Named it after him.
Mick's 83. How good does he look?
Oh, cut it out, Brian. Thank you, Brian.
Oh, there you go. We just hijacked, or got hijacked.
We got hijacked.
Straight onto the telecast. I tell you what we need, though, the Macca's moment,
We
Robbo.
do. The Macca's moment, and it was Jordan De Goey's third goal in the third term. Let's hear it.
Inside forward 50, De Goey has kicked 2. De Goey has kicked 3. He's been on off the ground. They've used him sparingly, but he could be the game breaker tonight.
Bloody Brian hijacking us again.
That's all right. No, a bloody good call, that. Good to be back here with the footy, Robbo.
I loved it. I loved the intensity. I loved the whole build-up with Sunday. And it was extraordinary at the MCG with the Pies taking it out in a close run against the Saints.
Unreal start from you, and I think that's almost us done from down here, is it not? There it is, there's the bed.
That's it.
You're going to remember one thing and one thing only this year, Robbo.
And that is Triple M. Rocks football.
Shut up. The footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy.
The Triple M Footy Review for Amy. When the lucky country isn't so lucky, it's lucky you're with Amy.